All right, shalom everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. Uh, peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Please invite your friends and share the link in every platform you could if you care really for what we do. Our topic, as you see, the Quran. You know, the Quran supposedly is the book of so-called Allah. The Muslims, they say Allah is God and his book, and the only one is left from Allah. Allah wrote a lot of books. A lot of books. According to Muslims, Allah sent 124,000 messenger. For sure, everyone have a book. But Allah, He lost all His books. And that because Allah is not a good librarian, you know. He is careless, supposedly. This is what the Muslim says, I don't know. So, we will open our Discord, and I prefer if you guys stay here. You can park your name in Discord, but you know, or like in both, it's up to you. But you know, the more we get people, the more better in Rumble and in YouTube and in Discord. So we will call it, is the Quran the book of God? Prove it. Let us see if we will find any Muslim he would like to show us that the Quran is really the book of so-called Allah, aka God. Now Allah for Muslims is a name of God, is not just a word mean God, as sometimes the Muslims they try to present that to you, which is false. For them it's a name, it's not a word mean God. Am I heard, guys, in Discord? Is my voice coming? Or all right, that's good. All right, invite your friends, and we welcome any Muslim would like to participate. And if you speak nice to us, we will be nicer to you. If you want to be rude, we will be way more rude. I promise you. So we welcome anyone who want to speak nice to us, and we wish that the Muslims can really share with us why they believe Allah is God, when in fact the Quran itself proved to us that Allah cannot be God. I mean, every chapter, every page in the Quran is telling us literally Allah is not God. And you know, you find that the Muslims, they are desperate to make like an argument that the Quran is the book of God. Like as an example, those two. One of them I made him shish kebab long time ago, Nader Ahmed, and the other one is from Bangladesh. He ran away from me like a rabbit. Listen what they say, how they prove to us that the Quran is the book of God. You will die laughing.
Then we can come right into the Quran and science, inshallah. So we can say to them that the Quran is a linguistic miracle.
The Quran is a linguistic miracle, but both of them don't speak Arabic. And imagine this God, according to them, he speaks good Arabic. That is the most funny argument, because first, the Quran is full of mistakes, and I can show the reference, and the proofs from the first-hand Muslims, Aisha herself, Umar himself, the Caliphate Uthman himself, all of them, they agree that the Quran is full of mistakes, Arabic mistakes. But let us think about it for a second. There's a lot of writers, author, who they wrote books, you know, I mean, they became famous for what? Because simply nobody is able to write books like them. Then they must be God, you know. So if I am a person who have a good language skills, you know what? I don't even have a good English skills. I wrote many books and they are in Amazon. I challenge Allah to write a book like mine. How stupid this argument is. Can Allah write books like my books? So the language miracle. If we go and check the so-called linguistic miracle, we will die laughing. Let me show you some example. And now what the Muslim they will say? Do they dare to say that Aisha is a liar? Or Aisha don't speak good Arabic? Let us see. Read with me and laugh. This is the official website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They call it kingdom, you know. The oil make it kingdom. So this is the chapter 4, verse 162, and this is the interpretation of this chapter, and this is the Baghawi. And we can show you from other sources, not necessarily this one. From Aisha, she said that in the Quran there is errors.
It was narrated on the authority of Aisha, may God be pleased with her, and Aban bin Othman. It was a mistake in the book.
There was mistakes in the Quran. Now what they will say, are they going to say that Aisha is a liar and she don't speak good Arabic? Not only that, Aisha, she gave some examples of the mistakes of the Arabic language of the Quran. As an example, لكن الراسخون في العلم منهم. And then she continued here saying, quoting those phrases, all right, speaking about the mistakes of writing those phrases. But let us continue a little bit. There's errors in the writing of the Quran. Aisha, she said that it should be written وَالْمُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ. Aisha now is correcting the Quran, this verse. The verse here says وَالْمُقِيمِينَ الصَّلَاةِ. Aisha, she's saying this is wrong. It should be written وَالْمُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ. By the way, both of them they are wrong, because it should say وَالْمُقِيمُونَ لِلْصَلَاةِ. But this will be not your topic because you don't speak Arabic. But just to show you how much the Muslims they are living in a delusion against even their own books, their own scholars, Aisha, Uthman, the Caliphate, they say that those are wrong. And they are giving you just examples of how many wrong in the book. Do you see it? It's a mistake in the book. Now, for sure, here in the translation, it doesn't make too much difference when you translate, but those who speak Arabic, they will notice that the grammar and the writing is absolutely stupid. And then Aisha, she continued as an example saying, where the Quran says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَالَّذِينَ هَادُوا وَالصَّابِئُونَ. Chapter Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, verse number 62, and chapter Taha, verse number 63. Again, Aisha, she insists that this is an error in the writing. Those are wrong. You don't say it in such a way. And not only Aisha, she said that, even Uthman confirmed that. Look what Uthman he said. He said the Quran is full of errors, but the Arab will fix it with their tongue.
Uthman said, there is a mistake in the Quran that the Arabs will correct with their tongues.
See? Who is going to correct the Quran? The Arab language is better than Allah language. This is Uthman, the one who collected the Quran for the Muslims. And here they are counting for you extra and more mistakes in the Quran as an example, not limited. All right? So when the Muslim they say that the miraculous language of the Quran, we laugh. I mean, we just brought you Aisha, Uthman, the caliphates, the companions, all of them agree that the Quran full of mistakes. And the most obvious mistake in the Quran as a language, that the Quran could not explain itself. So imagine if I say to you, if I am trying to speak like, let us say, the language of Shakespeare, and I'm putting words together, but nobody knows what I'm saying, is that a failure or a success? You know what I mean? If I am supposedly speaking eloquent language, and then nobody understands what I'm saying, is that a failure or a success? Let me show you that Muhammad, obviously, he considered it a failure. If we go in the hadith, let us close some pages for the Bible. I was reading some verses. All right. We go to the hadith. Actually, I can go to the Quran. Hold on. The Quran even give us even easier answer for that. According to the Quran, the one who speak very eloquent language is shaitan. Can you believe it? Chapter 6, verse 112, that shayateens, devils, they speak with a very eloquent, adorned languages, high skills, linguistic speeches. Do you see it? Somebody in Discord saying, why kill the babies? They are innocent. European. Are you an atheist? European? Are you an atheist? Come, ask me the question so I understand what you are trying to say. Can you join us in the stage? Is that okay for you, or you will have a problem if you join in the stage? Your mom, she will not approve it. Okay, his mom, she did not approve it. It's okay, we will not force him. He is 40 years old, and his mom, she did not approve him to come and speak to me. 2 a.m. So what if 2 a.m.? As long you can be on in Discord, people are talking. You can be here, speak for 2 minutes. Anyway, so when somebody says, why in the Bible it says you can kill babies? I don't know which story you are talking about, but let us assume. If you are talking about the flood, well, God, He gave life. God, He take life. This is not your life. God, He kill everybody every day. Millions of people die every day. You can call them innocent if you want. No problem. But God gave you life. God, He take it. In the case of war, the Jews themselves, the enemies, they came and they killed their children and they raped their women. So God allowed them to go after their enemy and to finish the war so the kids will not grow one day and come back after them and kill them again. Because this is what we see right now. The Israeli go after Hamas. Hamas member die. His son became 16. He carried the gun to seek revenge for his father. And then he killed a Jew. And then the Jew, he killed the son of the guy of Hamas, and etc. So this war will be in this. So they are evil, they are wicked, and they will never stop. And because they will never stop, their kids will never stop too. So the innocent child today is going to be a criminal tomorrow. God can see the future, which a human being cannot see. You can say a human being or a child is an innocent. This is true, but until he became a little bit bigger, he will not be innocent no more, and he will not kill you. And in the Quran we see that, as an example, chapter speaking about the story of Al-Khadr, where little boy who is a Muslim, but he, the prophet, he feared that when he grow, he will be rebellion to his parents. So what the prophet Al-Khadr he did, he slaughtered his throat. When they asked Muhammad about killing the infidels' children, he said they are from them. So I see a lot of hypocrisy when people they speak. And if you are an atheist, you kill babies every day. You approve abortion and you love it. But you don't say to yourself they are innocent. It is you who have sex, but you don't mind to ask your girlfriend who is sleeping with you like a whore to go and do surgery so that he can kill the baby. Right? We go back to our topic. So as you see here, Shaitan, he speak a very eloquent language, and Quran confirm that the adorned languages, speeches, is from the devil. And here you see the hypocrisy of the Muslims and the hypocrisy of Muhammad. How it is adorned and it is from the devil. As long this is the scenario, that means anything cannot be trusted, including the Quran. Because if the Muslim claim the Quran is adorned language, that means it must be from Shaitan. Especially the one who brought this Quran is not a trustworthy. His name is Muhammad. In fact, he changed his name to be Muhammad, the praised one. So here you see the failure of the Muslims to prove to us that the Quran is really the book of God. What is that? The language miracle. Hey Sabir Ahmed, do you speak Arabic? No. How you know the Quran have a language miracle?
That the Arabs of that time, they were challenged by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Actually, they were challenged in the Quran that if they come together to produce the likeness of the Quran, they would never be able to do.
That is very funny. Because the Quran says the opposite. The Quran says, if we want, you can write like this. This is what the Arab saying. Not only that, the Arab, they made fun of Muhammad in his Quran. They said to him, this is nothing but the fairy tales of the old. The Arab, they were not astonished by the Quran. And imagine here, by the way, the history we are talking about is written by the Muslims, not by non-Muslims, which mean we are having always like the, let us say, the nicest story about Muhammad. not the truth. You know what I mean? Because all of this is written by Muslims about what happened. So look what the Quran is saying. Muhammad himself, he confirmed that the Arab, they laugh at the Quran, and they say always that this Quran nothing but fairy tales. They were not embarrassed with it or amazed with it. They were just laughing at it. It is nothing but fairy tales of the man of old. In Arabic, actually, it says asatir. Asatir mean legends. I mean, I don't know why I missed to highlight that one letter. This is why the translation came in weird. Let us try again. Where is the translation? We're stupid. What Luxembourg? English. What happened here? All right. So this is what asatir mean.
Myths.
Legend, myth, fable. Do you see it? Was the Arab amazed by the Quran? So why did it not convert? Why Muhammad he have to go at war with them if the language by itself, if Allah trying to prove to them that this is very amazing. Secondly, not only hear all of this, the Arab is making fun of the Quran. The Arab, they said in the Quran, if we want to write like this, we can write chapter 8 verse number 31. We heard this liar Sabil Ahmed saying that the Quran challenged the Arab and the Arab they could not. But look what the Quran is saying. If we wish, we can say like this, but this is nothing but the tales of the ancient. It's just a stupid stories. Do you see it? Same time, as long they can, nobody can provide Quran like this, including the genie. So how Muhammad received satanic verses and Muhammad did not notice that this is from Shaitan? You know what I mean? Remember, nobody can make Quran like this. And then we find that Shaitan, he come to Muhammad, he gave him satanic verses, and Muhammad did not notice this. I thought nobody can make Quran. And how Muhammad did not notice that this is from Shaitan? Lord have mercy. Read and laugh. Not a single Muslim prophet, according to Islam, that Shaitan was not able to create revelation like it to him. So how nobody can make Quran, and then Allah will delete all the satanic verses from the Quran, which is Shaitan he throw, on the mouth of Muhammad. How Muhammad did not notice that this is not from God? If nobody can make Quran like the Quran of God, why Muhammad he thought for a second that this is the Quran of God when it is from Shaitan? Any Muhammadan? So do you see how those Abdul, they brag about something they don't have? It's like somebody is bald, bragging about how long his hair. This is how silly and how stupid they are. The Arab could not write a book like this. Hey, English people, can you write books like my books? You cannot. Even Allah cannot write book like my book, or any of my books. What a silly challenge. Let me see the transcript of this conversation. Maybe we can, like we answer this part, maybe we can laugh more. There's a transcript. Oh, okay. All of this is here. Eesh. Sharia law explained. What the heck is that? What the heck? There's no way this is all here. Huh. Okay. There is other miracle in the Quran. What is the other miracle in the Quran? Let us see.
The Quran does not have any contradiction.
That's amazing. The Quran does not have any contradiction. If there is any Muslim agree? Who is a Muslim dare to take the challenge about the Quran does not have contradiction? Why we have a very low number today? What happened? If there is a movie in TV or something, a football game? Where is everybody? Do you want me to change the images in the screen like those guys don't look good? Shall I put for you something sexy? That will attract a lot of Muslims. Is that better? I hope that many they will like those pictures and will join us. And please, Muslims, don't touch yourself. I know you. Behave, all right? Just behave. I don't want to see anyone doing things. All right? Just behave yourself. Shame on you. Those are your sisters. It's true you are going to boom boom them non-stop in heaven, but they are your sister in Allah religion. They are Muslim women. So this guy is saying that in the Quran there is no contradiction. Do this potato even dare to debate me for a second? Do he? Yeah, I will change this picture because I don't want men to be tempted. And many of you actually, you might divorce your wives after you see this. I mean, you look at this, you look at your wife, man, yuck. Who was going to look? Guys, look at your wife and look at this. Look at your wife and look at this. Look at your wife and look at this. This is what you will get in heaven. Okay. I know many of you would not even like to be with his wife. Now we know why the divorce is increasing these days. People, they heard about the beauty of the virgins Allah will give to us in heaven. Their butt is 1 mile. Actually, I asked the AI to make their butt 1 mile as the Prophet Muhammad said, but this AI was confused. He went crazy, you know. I said, make an image of a woman, her butt is 1 mile. AI went bankruptcy. AI tried to put all the images he have to put 1 mile butt together, could not make it. But Muhammad, he could. Only Muhammad can come with this. So there's no contradiction in the Quran. We just mentioned one. How nobody can make Quran and then Muhammad receives satanic verses. How Allah challenged the Quran to be made by a human or even genie. And not only that, isn't it Umar himself, he says that Allah, he took Quran from him? My Lord agreed with me in 3 matters. Have you ever heard, like, who is the Prophet really in Islam? Umar, he said things, by the way, I can show you reference. This is not only 3, like 20, 100, we don't know. The whole Quran, obviously, is coming as according to Umar wish. So, the women wear burqa, it was Umar. Praying to the Kaaba, it was Umar. Threatening the wives of Muhammad of divorce, it was Umar. Allah, he copied the words of Umar word by word and he put it in the Quran. As you see. See the reference? And the funny that even the Muslims in their books, they say that the Quran came to Muhammad as I said, Umar said. As I said, the same. I don't know if you can see the screen with me. Do you see what it says, guys? So the verse, all the verses, came the same as I had said. You see it? So who is making Quran? Allah or Umar? Any Muslim? So Umar, he said the Quran, Allah, he liked the Quran, Allah, he take Umar Quran, and then Allah, he put the Quran of Umar in the Quran. And remember, nobody can make Quran like the Quran. That's deep. That is hilarious deep. And this is the reference, as you see, Al-Bukhari 402. The major issues in Islam is coming from Umar, not from Muhammad. Why the Muslim pray to the Kaaba? Umar. Why Muslim women wear so-called hijab? Umar. And how that happened? Umar, he came to the house of Muhammad, he saw his wife Sauda, her butt is exposed, she was doing poo-poo. Because Umar is a piece of shit, he have no respect to Muhammad, he said to her, Arafnaki ya Sauda, we recognize your butt, Sauda. Imagine you are a prophet of God, and then your best friend, and he is even relative to you supposedly, he come to your house at night and your wife, she is doing poo-poo. What kind of a person he said to a woman, she is doing poo-poo at that moment, Sauda, I recognize you. Huh? I know you're fart too. What? And then Umar, he go inside the house of Muhammad and he gave him those verses, which mean whatever he said. And Muhammad, he took them as he said and he put it in the Quran, word by word. I wish you order your wives to cover themselves from men because good and bad. Umar, which one was you? The good or the bad? So now Umar, he said to himself, now the wife of Muhammad, she will go inside and she will tell him, your friend was staring at my anus. So Umar wanna, let us say, report the incident before the wife she get in. So he told him, O Prophet of Allah, I was outside and I was watching your wife anus. May Allah bless her anus. She was very nice and her butt is very unique. But how in the world you allow your wives to uncover their anus in front of bad and good? Cover yourself. Even Muhammad, he confirmed that if there is a prophet will come after me, that will be Umar. Let me show you. So Muhammad, he acknowledged the prophethood of Umar. And why Muhammad, he is saying that about Umar? Because Umar exposed him. Umar knew that he is copying what he say. So Muhammad, he says, if there was a prophet after me, that would be Umar. Well, already Umar is a prophet, as you see, because Allah actually, he is taking from Umar, which means Umar here is Allah, and Allah is the prophet. Do you see it? If there were a prophet to come after me, that would be Umar. Do we have any Muslim? And yet those people, they brag about the Quran, no contradiction, nobody can make Quran like this. What a big fat liars. Why Allah he agree with Umar about the Kaaba? Why Allah did not inspire Muhammad to mention this issue? Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? Any Muslim who have a strong belief in Allah and he like to believe and take Shahada of a Prophet Umar? Who was really the Prophet in Islam? The Shia say that the message was coming to Ali and by mistake the angel Jibreel delivered to Muhammad. Muhammad, he said, if there is a messenger come after me, that will be Umar. What is the qualification of Umar? Umar is a person, he don't cool down unless they wipe his anus with the semen of men. How is Umar is qualified to be a prophet? Any Muslim? Umar, from one of his qualification is that when Muhammad he sent his daughter to Umar, do you know what Umar he did? He lift up the skirt of the daughter of Muhammad to check her vagina. Muhammad he sent him his daughter, saying to Umar, check her out, see if you like her. The daughter of Muhammad, she came to Umar. What Umar did? He lift up the skirt of the daughter of Muhammad, looking at her vagina. In the best scenario, he was looking at her butt and her legs. The girl, she said to him, if not you, I would kill you. If it's not you. Are we lying, Muslims? This is the book name Musannaf Abdul Razzaq. The name of the book is Musannaf Abdul Razzaq. Volume number 6, page number 163, hadith number 10352. Sorry, this story about Ali. Sorry. But this is Umar. Umar is the one who lifted up the skirt. But read the story carefully. From Abi Ja'far, he says that Umar, he engaged to Ali, his daughter. And then he said to him, but she is young. So Umar wanna F a young girl. And he said to him, well, but she is so young, she's a child. And then people, they said to Umar, oh, he is saying that because he don't want you to have her. Let us translate this part.
Omar asked Ali for his daughter in marriage, but he said, she is young. It was said to Omar, he only wants to prevent her.
So they said to him, oh, he's making an excuse, so he don't want you to have his daughter. But she is young for sure. She is very young. So he spoke to him. And Ali, he said, okay, I will send you the girl. If you like her, she is yours. All right? So Ali, he sent the girl to Umar.
He said, so he spoke to him, and Ali said, I will send her to you, and if you are satisfied, then she is your wife. He said, so he sent her to him. He said, so Omar went and uncovered her leg.
Omar, he wanna check the product if she have good meat to touch and to molest. Those are the companions of the Prophet. Are we making things up? Muslims, are we making things up? The little girl, she said to Umar, If you are not the caliphate, I would love to kill you for what you have done to her.
She said, Send, if you were not the commander of the faithful, I would have struck your neck.
See it? Guys, imagine, I know this is not right to say, but just to give you how lucky we are to be Christians. Imagine if we hear a story like this about John, or Peter, or Paul. No way, right? This can happen only for people who they are a piece of shit and they are trash. That is not a behavior. This is the chief of the faithful. This is the best man of the faithful. He is like this. He is asking little girl to sleep with him. And not only that, when she come to his house, he lift up her skirt, looking at her butt and her legs. And remember, at that time they don't wear underwear. Zed, are you a Muslim, my friend? Are you a Muslim? Who is a Muslim would like to join us? I see Muslims in the chat in Discord are upset, but I don't see really anyone would like to join us and defend his stand from what we are saying. Zed in Discord, he posts for us 1 Corinthians, where it says, let your women keep silence in the church. What's wrong with that? Your woman, she cannot even enter the mosque to be with the Muslim men. Lately, and this is not from Islam, women, they have a big sheet between them. They cannot even see each other. The verse in the Bible is speaking about women who keep talking non-stop. Otherwise, in case you do not know, you idiot, in our Bible we have women, they are judges and prophets. Do you have one prophet women in Islam? No. Judge? No. Teacher? No. And we have Mary. So if you are saying that in my Bible women is disrespected, what an honor for a woman to be the mother of Jesus. Jesus is not born of any man, but he's born of a woman. So the poor Abdul, he is so desperate to find something supposedly will be like not nice for Christianity, but that is absolutely good. If I am a priest and two women, they are talking about some fashion style or clothing they bought, which sometimes women they do in the church, I will kick them out. And because women is the one usually do those things, not men, the verse mentioning women. If the man is doing that, it's going to be the same. Do we have any Abdul would like to join us? Any brave Muslim would like to come to the mic and join us? You know, you're a prophet. He even mentioned that your mama is the devil. According to Muhammad, your mama, I'm not insulting your mama, by the way. That's what Muhammad said. I do not know your mama. She might be a good woman, she might be a bad woman, who cares? But according to Muhammad, every Muslim woman mama is a shaitan. Women, they come in the image of shaitan and they live in the image of shaitan. Do you see it? The women, advances and retire in the shape of the devil. The funny is, women is the devil, but Muhammad, he is desperate to fondle them even when they have their period, as Aisha she said. Any Muslim? No? They must be very sure from Islam to be good. Any Muhammadan? About Umar and the semen story, no problem. I can find you that. Hold on. Let's see. Actually, I have the hadith in front of me, but I'm just trying to find a legitimate website. Let us show this one here. Here it's mentioned the reference, but I wanted to find an like a website have the book. But let us use this. This is the name of the book, Al-Anwar al-Nu'maniyya, volume number 1, page number 63. From the authority, from the authority, etc., that Umar ibn Khattab was afflicted with a disease in his anus, could only be relieved by semen. Do you see it? So how Umar solved the problem in his anus? His anus have a problem. It doesn't say really what is the problem. It says Umar, he have a disease in his anus, and that disease does not cool down except by the semen of men.
Omar ibn al-Khattab was afflicted with a disease in his anus that could only be relieved by semen. Al-Anwar al-Nu'maniyya 163rd.
Now, if there is any Muslim expert with anus diseases, you can join us in this stage. All right? I don't see any Muslim trying to join us. I don't know why. Any Muhammadan? Go ahead, my friend. Jesus is God. What do you want to say?
God bless you. God bless.
God bless you too. Would you like to say anything?
No, no.
All right. So why are you putting your hand up, my friend? Okay, thank you. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? Zed is saying hell is not even literally physical place in Christianity. It is a place away from God presence. It take opinion, so even if I go to hell I will be fine. I don't know who said that to you, but you are an idiot, because the Bible confirms that this is a place where hellfire will be and people will be suffering for eternity. So who said to you is not a physical place? You are just a dummy. Go ahead, NJ.
Hello, CB. I'm not a Muslim, but I just wanted to let you know that I sent you a message whenever you could take a look at it. It's about a topic. It's about a topic. That's all I had to say.
No, you can say it here. I mean, I don't read messages really. Do you know how many people send me messages?
I'm at work. I don't have time to speak.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I mean, you can text it at the time you mentioned. All right, because people send me messages in Discord, I don't read them. You know, I might read I might have time to read messages one day, but I will read like 5, 6, and then there's 10,000 waiting there. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? I don't want to talk about Muhammad wearing a skirt now. I'm trying to focus on the Quran. Well, Muhammad, he liked to wear a skirt. What's it's okay, come on. At that time, Muslim will say to you, Muhammad was a feminine person. The Muslim, they will find a solution for anything. Like even here, they will say to you, what the problem? The guy, he have a disease, as you see. At that time, there was no medicine. So he noticed that semen of men help. Any Muhammadan? So the poor Abdul, they are working so hard trying to prove to us Islam is coming from the true God and the Quran is written by God. But the second you listen to them, you will die laughing about so-called miracle. Look, Jesus made the blind see, the Muslims speaking about language of the Quran. Jesus resurrect people from death, the Muslims speaking about there is no contradiction in the Quran. Which is false, by the way. There's tons of contradiction. In fact, all the Quran is a contradiction. So Jesus, you know, in the Quran itself, he raised people from death. What Muhammad was doing? He have a miracle, he married a child. Jesus healed thousands of people by waving his hands, as the video of Mufti Menk says. Thousand in front of him, just wave his hand to them. You don't even touch them. Everybody is healed, whatever the disease he have. Muhammad himself, he faint every 2 seconds. In fact, since I was a teenage, I call him the fainty prophet. He faint. Muhammad, you see, we are not making fun of people because they are sick. This is not the topic. But this guy, he claimed that his God is the one who gave the power to Jesus to heal. But yet his God could not heal him. So When the Muslims they say that the God of Muhammad is the same as the God of Jesus, we laugh because Jesus, first of all, he is our Lord and Savior, and same time, Jesus, he can do things Allah never was able to do. In fact, there's no proof that Allah even exists. The Messenger of Allah fainted when he was sick, but he's always sick. Fainted, 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 fainted. I mean, how many times fainted in one story? Is that accompanied with diarrhea? You know, this will remind me of a fake, false man like Muhammad. His name is Ahmed Mirza Ghulam. I don't know how many of you know about him. This guy, he claimed to be the Messiah. He was 3 years, according to him, as Mary. He was Mary. Can you believe it? He was Mary for 3 years. And then he became the Messiah. So he announced himself that he is the Messiah, who the Jews, they tried to kill him, put him in the cross, but he did not die. He escaped. He was in the cross, but they could not kill him. And then he appeared where? In India. Brother and sister, my name is Ahmed Mirza Ghulam, and I am the Messiah. So then the Christians, they came to his house, bringing tons of people who they are blind, people who they cannot see, walk, they have all kinds of diseases, and they said to him, okay, you are the Messiah, fixed, heal those people. He could not. And not only that, not long after, he died because of diarrhea. He was infected with the cholera virus, and that disease caused a very aggressive diarrhea. And this is why people, they used to die, because nothing stays in your stomach. You will be dehydrated, and you will die very fast. Like now, this is not a deadly disease because there's a medicine for it, but before, millions of people die because of it. So the cholera spread everywhere, and this guy, they have a dish under his bed, big one, for his shit. He can't even move. He fell dead in his shit. Yet he claimed to be the Messiah, and this is Muhammad. He changed his name from Mudhammam, from Qatham, to the praised one. But the praised one, he faint, and he have diarrhea, and he cannot walk no more, and then later he died, even by poison. Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Anyone? Nobody? Somebody is embarrassed to say he is a Muslim and he is willing to speak to us. I understand. If I am you, I will be embarrassed too. Anyone? Not even one. I see people making comment in the chat. Maybe we can encourage them to come and they can tell us what they want to say. I don't know why they don't want to come to the stage and share their wisdom with us. Dante, you are the Muslim. I don't know. I thought you are making statement against the Bible. I don't know. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? NJ saying, please speak about this, that Muslims claim to be Abrahamic, but they don't believe in the sacrificial system. The punishment for your sin being death. Jews sacrifice pure animals. My friend, the Muslim, they claim something, but they do the opposite. In case you do not know, nobody sacrifice animals as much as Muslims. They have two Eid. For me, both of them, they are Adha, even though they say like one of them is Adha, the other one is not. Adha means sacrifice. So the biggest Eid for the Muslims is called sacrifice. So who told you they don't sacrifice? But they claim that they are not sacrificing for sin, right? Now this is absolutely false, because the Muslim, they believe that when they sacrifice for their sin to be forgiven. Otherwise they will not. Muslims always they try to give different definition for what they practice. So they claim that the Christian believe in sacrificing or sacrifice, and we don't. But in reality, nobody practice blood sacrifice as Muslims. Number one are animals. Number two, Muslims. Muslims, they sacrifice themselves to Muhammad and to Allah. So in Christianity, God's son, he sacrificed himself to you to save you. In Islam, you sacrifice your sons for Allah. All right? Any Muhammadan? I'm talking about accepting that anything or anyone can take on your sin. They don't believe that Abraham did. I don't know what do you mean by anyone. Can take on your sin. I'm not sure what does that mean. What does that mean? Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Nobody there. Who is a Muslim? He love Allah, would like to join us and tell us for the sake of Allah why his Quran cannot be trustworthy, why it is full of errors, why it is even the language is bad, grammar mistakes, language mistakes, science mistakes, history mistakes. Even the names of the Quran is wrong. Anyone? Zed saying, men used to go and fight, now they hide behind Discord versus talking thinker, their voice is brave. I don't know, Zed. I was in the army. Was you in the army? I was in the police. You want to talk about bravery? What do you want me to do? Go to your laptop, like to your bedroom, and speak to you? What do you want me to do exactly to prove to you that I'm brave? I am insulting the man who is every Muslim want to kill for his sake. His name is Muhammad. Is that a bravery or not? I wrote books about him too. The Muslim made PhD about me. And if you say the Muslim do not know who I am, well, that means the Muslims, they are lying when they post pictures or names here and there. If those names and pictures are true, then you know who I am if this is true. A bunch of cowards. Your God himself never come, never show up, never show his face. According to the Quran, Allah speak only from behind a hijab. Is that correct? I thought hijab is only for women. And the funny, Allah never spoke to Muhammad, which means even from behind the hijab, the veil, yet Allah refused to speak to Muhammad. And I found that very funny. How come Allah he spoke to Shaitan? Allah he spoke to Moses. Allah spoke to Adam. Allah spoke to Abraham. Allah spoke to many in the Quran. But only one person Allah don't want to talk to, his name is Muhammad. So what is the reason? You see, if you are important, then important people, they will speak to you. If you are not, they will not. As an example, I will go with myself humbly. Can I call Trump right now? No, I cannot. Is he going to take my phone call? No. Who am I for him? If I am important like Elon Musk, rich man, you know, he might be happy to hear my voice. But now we are not comparing between me and you and Trump. We are comparing between a prophet of God's. Even Shaitan, he spoke to Allah. Allah spoke to Shaitan. Yet Allah, he refused to speak to Muhammad. Any Muslim can tell me why? What is missing? Anyone? Go ahead, Chubby.
How you doing, man?
I'm fine.
Well, it's like it says right there. It is not give. Let me scroll here. Sorry, the chat's blocking it. But it says right there, it is not given to any human being that Allah should speak to him unless it be by inspiration or from behind a veil, or he sends a messenger to reveal what he wills by his leave. Verily, he is most high, most wise.
Which way?
So it doesn't say that he'll only speak to people from behind a veil. It says that that's one of three ways.
No, it says that. It says that.
It says or from behind a veil.
Yeah, but you see, if he speak, he will speak from behind the veil, which means nobody will see him, correct?
Oh yeah, you don't get to see Allah. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So is Allah is invisible or he is visible?
It's not that. It's that you can't look at Allah in our human form. You know, that's the way everything's up. A lot of it's up to language and how you interpret it too, right?
No problem. But you see here, I have a window in my house, and I'm sure you have one, and you have a curtain. So if the light of the sun is coming, I close the curtain, and if the curtain is very thick, possibly I will make my my room totally dark, correct?
Yeah.
So now, when Allah He is behind the curtain, how that
Okay.
how that will stop anyone from seeing Him if the curtain can see Him?
The curtain can see him.
Yeah,
Or the veil can see him.
yeah, the veil. Isn't it the veil is a creation of Allah?
Whatever the veil is more to protect you from Allah than than to like not let you see Allah. It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark, right?
So is
You
Allah,
try to look at Allah,
is
it would
Allah
just melt.
okay? Is
You know what
Allah
I mean? So,
all right? According to the Quran, to make it simple for you, the Quran says that the mountain saw the shoulder of Allah and the mountain destroyed. Correct?
yeah.
All right. So now when I say the curtain, you were like surprised how curtain can see. Well, how mountain can see. So if the mountain destroyed for seeing the back of Allah, how come the curtain is not being destroyed, yet it is the first thing next to Allah?
Well, the veil, it's something that's not of this world. The mountain is of this world.
Oh,
And-
okay. Maybe the veil is made not made in China.
The veil's definitely not made in China, brother. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I will go. I will go with you. Yeah, it's good to have fun from time to time. Which way,
Well, I don't.
which way Muhammad he received his Quran from Allah by? In those three options in front of you.
The last one.
Which one?
That he sends a messenger to reveal what he wills by his leave.
Okay. Who is
messenger?
Uh-huh.
Messenger means angel here, and the angel that was sent to Muhammad was Jibril.
wonderful?
So,
Wonderful. But isn't it the Quran says Allah will send messengers as angels if the one who live in the earth are angels?
I don't remember that part exactly. To be honest with you, it's been a little while since I've read the Quran, but
No problem.
I believe in Allah. I believe in Allah very much.
I will help you. Chapter 17, verse number 95, it says, if there were on earth angels walking about in peace and security, we should certainly have sent down for them from the heaven an angel as a messenger. This verse saying,
Yeah.
if the one who live in this earth, the messenger will be what? An angel. Correct? So
But
yeah, go ahead.
the angel and messenger are used all throughout Scripture, from even the Old Testament, as interchangeable things.
Yeah, but
It's
you,
not from
but-
not from the Quran.
No,
that
no.
messenger.
no.
and
This is
angel.
this is not the point. You cannot use this against the Bible because does God of the Bible says I will send angels only if angels live in the earth? I'm talking about your book, not in my book. In my book doesn't say I will send angels only if the one who live the inhabitant of the earth.
No. It's not your book, brother, because I believe that they're all from Allah. They're all revelations from Allah.
No. First of all, if my book consider your book, then who need your Quran? You do not need the Quran.
I don't need the Quran. That's true.
So does that mean you don't need Muhammad?
Well, I mean, it's different. Most people do, but you know, some people are blessed, and you know, people are blessed in different ways, right? So
My friend, focus on
yeah,
it. You just mentioned that in my book that God sent messengers and they are angels, correct?
yeah,
As an
yeah.
example, in my book, in the Bible, God, he sent angels to Mary. And the same story mentioned in the Quran. Okay. But here it says in your book, not in my book, if and only if the one who live in the ground and the earth are angels, then the messenger will be sent to them is going to be an angel. That means Muhammad claiming that he received a message from an angel is a lie, because the angels will be sent as messengers only if the one they are sent to is an angel. That means if Muhammad was an angel, then Allah will
Yeah.
send him a messenger, he's an angel.
Muhammad was an angel.
Oh, really? He's not a human?
The same way, you know how it says that Jesus is an angel of Allah.
Oh, where it says that?
It says it, you know. But like I said, I haven't read it for a while. But
No,
it's
no,
it's the same thing.
where it says, where you are a Muslim, you don't make things up. Where it says that
That,
you know, in your religion.
that he's the word of Allah and he is an angel of Allah. It
No, it
says
doesn't
that in the
say.
Quran. I don't
Does
know exactly where.
no?
I can't tell you where it is exactly.
Yeah, this doesn't say an angel. It says he is his
No,
word.
it is in there. It is.
No, it does not. You want to challenge?
In the verse where it says Jesus is the word,
All
it
right.
says that he's an angel.
All right.
Find where it says he's the word.
Okay, no problem. We can show it to you.
Or at least it says that in the clear Quran. But you know,
Clear Quran.
like I said, yeah, the clear Quran. I don't speak Arabic, you know. But like I said, I'm a bit of a mystic. You know what I mean? I believe personal experiences with God and Allah and angels and all of that are the most important thing.
There's nowhere, my friend. There's nowhere. Secondly, Muslims never have experience with Allah. Not even Muhammad have. If Muhammad never spoke to Allah, how he can have experience with Allah? How you can have experience with someone you never met, he never spoke to you, he never even inspired you. It was only a delivery.
So are you telling me that you've never had an experience with God in any type at all in your life?
No, I did not shake hands with him. I did not see him. He did not talk to me. I did not talk to him. I pray to him, yes, but I did
don't know
not.
what to tell you, then, brother. If you've never experienced God in your life, then
No, you see,
you know you're not paying attention, and you're not listening, and you're not seeing the signs from Allah. I don't know
no,
what to
you
tell
see, the signs of Allah does not exist. I'm saying about when we say experience, that mean must be experience. If you are talking about the spiritual experience, I have many, but experience with God, I did not meet him. I did not sit with him. He did not appear to me. He never spoke to me by his voice. So I have zero experience in that field. If you are talking about faith and belief and guidance, for sure I have a lot of experience. But we are talking here about a person who he claimed to be a prophet. His God, he speak to Shaitan, yet he didn't want to speak to him. I am not a prophet.
Oh what?
How I'm going to be a prophet, yet I did not receive the voice of Allah speaking to me.
The only prophet that spoke directly to Allah was Moses.
False.
Nobody else spoke directly with Allah. Maybe Jesus can speak to Allah now. Right
False.
now, I don't know.
False.
But
Because the Quran says Allah spoke to Adam, Allah spoke to Abraham, Allah spoke to Jesus, Allah spoke to Shaitan, Allah spoke to everybody except Muhammad. Allah spoke to the angels, Allah spoke to the devil, Iblis. He speak to everybody. When it's come to Muhammad, he go mute.
oh man,
Huh?
I can't tell you why.
Why?
I can't tell you why he didn't do. That's just the way he decided to do things. It's up to Allah. And on the day of judgment, Allah will let us know what me and you differ about. Allah will let us know who was right.
All right.
And I'm sure you're right.
I will go with you. Allah did not speak to Muhammad, but He spoke to me. What does that mean? You say to me, this is how Allah He want, but you did not tell me why Allah don't want to speak to Muhammad if Muhammad is the most honorable person to Allah. If he is the most close person to Allah, should be the first one to speak to him, not the last one, and he did not even speak to him at all. So how now you know that Muhammad really he was receiving messages from God, his name is Allah? What is your confirmation?
Well, I mean, I personally have had experiences with Allah, so
Tell me about it.
that's my comment.
Tell me
Like
about it.
like I told you,
Tell me about it.
well, when I was like 18,
Uh-huh.
you know, like 17 or 18 years old,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all sorts of things have happened, but the most significant things are when I was about 17 years old, the sky or a tree or something up above me
Mm-hmm.
told me to come to Islam.
Wow,
And
that's amazing.
about 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to Allah.
Mm-hmm.
I prayed, you know, not knowing how to pray the right way.
Okay.
Just put on some du'as of forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me feel a lot better.
All right.
And then I didn't do it.
I will
for
go.
like
I will
2
go.
days.
I will go with your story, assuming it's true story. But let us see what happened now. You claim that the sky opened and spoke to you, and you heard the voice of Allah, correct?
I didn't say it was the voice of Allah.
So how you know it's not the voice of Shaitan then?
Why would Shaitan do anything good for a person?
How that is good? Now you believe in Islam, and Islam is a very satanic cult, teaching you to lie, teaching you to kill, teaching you to steal, teaching you to cheat. So what is left? Name one thing Islam teach you to do good. What is the good of Islam?
Well, it didn't teach me to do any of those negative
Because
things.
because you did not read the Quran carefully. If you read the Quran, you will notice that the Quran teaching you to be satanic. Let me make it simple for you. Who is the one who?
I didn't see that at all, man. The Quran definitely encourages people to be good and do good things.
All right, let us see if this is true. Is beating your wife is a good thing?
No.
You do not know?
No, it's not. But those things are all, like you said, there's hadith that explain things, and you know, you're not really supposed to beat them. You know,
No. In fact, it's really you're supposed to beat them. If Muhammad says, don't beat them until you break their bones, that means you are beating them severely. Don't break their bones. So, the Quran, chapter 4, verse 34 says, beat them. Do you like it to see your dad beating your mother?
Nah, no, well, no, man. But my dad didn't do that. But you know,
So are you saying your dad, he is a good person because he is not following Allah?
it doesn't say you have to beat your wife. Does it say beat your wife?
Yes.
You have to beat your wife?
Yes, it says, الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض, because they spend their money. So the men are the maintainers of women, they are protectors, and they are the controller of women. Why? Because they spend money. As if a woman, she is a whore. And if you fear that your women are being rebellions, beat them. Jail them in their rooms
Well,
and beat
brother,
them.
you were just talking about abortion and stuff before, you know.
Uh-huh.
You know, these women that want to kill their babies. Don't you think you should be able to give them a smack and say, "Bitch, you're not killing your baby. What the hell up?"
No, here this is not about women.
You do think that?
First of all, my friend. Okay, hold on. If your wife she went to do abortion, and you beat her, now she would have abortion because you did beat her.
It doesn't. Did I say beat her till she has an abortion?
No,
See, this is the
but that will
problem.
cause abortion. Secondly, if you beat her or not, still she can do the abortion. She can jump, she can hurt herself, she can drink something bad, and she can kill the baby or even kill herself. So you did not solve the problem by beating your wife. And as long this is the case,
Well, I mean, hell, man, if she kills herself, then you know.
does the
Allah's gonna-
Quran, listen, the Quran does
I
not
wouldn't marry
speak.
some woman
Listen,
like that, first
listen,
of all.
listen. The Quran never mentioned what you are speaking about a women you fear to be a rebellion. They are not going to abortion. This is just a woman. She asked her to make some tea for you. She don't go and do it right away. So now you fear she is not being obedient. So what we do, we beat the hell of her. How that Islam teaching you good? Give me an example of Islam teaching you something good.
Well, it just teaches you to try and take care of yourself better. You know.
How? If
Wash
Muhammad,
your face a lot.
if Muhammad is asking you to die for him, how that taking care of yourself? If Muhammad,
Well, because if you die for Muhammad, you kind of get a fast track to paradise. That
so now you just said you die for Muhammad, not for even for Allah. So you die for
well,
Muhammad.
for Allah, it's you know, I know what you're saying.
Where you will die, where you will die for Muhammad by doing jihad
Like
against
how,
non-Muslims.
like how, I mean, you know, I do, you know, I would die for Allah. You know, that's not. But it's Muhammad who said he would love to be martyred for Allah's sake, be brought back to life, to be martyred again and again and again and again. You know?
Okay.
And I know that it's a very intense thing, but
So why always he was hiding from fight if he would love to die again and again? Why he did not go with the Muslims to war? How he will die again and again if he stay with his wife in the bedroom and then the men they go to war? Isn't this is obvious that this guy is just making speeches but he don't mean it? Let us make it simple. If I will tell you a story. I have a cousin of mine. He went to his son house and he found the wife of his son alone at home. He liked her and he flirted with her. Is my cousin is a good person or he's a bad person?
I'd see be a normal person, man, probably.
He's normal?
I mean, that's just the way a normal dude would be, you know. That's not the way. That's not the way Jesus was.
So normal dude, he go to his son house, and then he flirt with the wife of his son.
Oh, his son.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, again, like I said, that's
what.
I don't know. I don't know where you're getting that from.
I'm talking about my cousin. What's the problem? Tell me, is bad or good?
I don't know him, man. I don't know him. I'm not the one to say, you know.
Why? How come? I thought Islam teach you ethic. How come you do not know that this is wrong or bad? I thought Islam taught you what is wrong, what's bad. Is a man going to the house of somebody is married when the husband is not there, and he flirt with the wife, and that wife is the wife of his son? Is that good or bad?
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
So he's a bad person, correct?
I mean, he could be.
Okay, that's what Muhammad did.
As long as he, you know, asked for forgiveness.
He asked for forgiveness. So listen to this, guys. So it was bad. It was, I guess. The second we mentioned what Muhammad did, as long he asked for forgiveness. So now I will go and I will flirt with all the women who they are married. Listen. You know, I don't wanna be rude to you, but don't you think this is kind of an act of hypocrisy what you did? So is it bad or good? It's bad. You agreed, right? How this person is a qualified to teach you what is bad, what is good, if he could not keep himself from being evil? because this is evil act. This is punishable according to
Can
Islam.
can you stop yourself from ever sinning all the time?
For sure. Oh yeah, because why we have hold on, why we have heaven and hell if we cannot be responsible and stop ourselves from doing bad or doing good? So here Muhammad, he claimed, the Muslim, they claim he is the most ethical person in between all mankind. If I have a son and he have a wife, do you think really for a second I will wish and have a desire to sleep with his wife? She's my daughter. What kind of a human being I will be? This is extreme sin. This is not just sin.
You would be,
Huh?
you'd be bad, bro. It's true.
All right.
You would be bad, but there's not every man is like you, and some men have bad desires.
So are you saying to me, NJ, that I am better than your prophet? My friend
No, definitely
Choppy.
not. No.
Okay, no, I am better than your prophet because I will never do that. You just said not every man is like you. This is your prophet, and the Muslim counting his privilege. His privilege, if his eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her so the prophet can F her.
And it will come. 10th, if his eyes fall on a woman, her husband must divorce her.
So he can F her.
That's in the. Where is that in the Quran?
This is in the Quran about the story of Zayd and Zainab. Zayd is his son, Zainab is the wife of his son. Muhammad, he went to his own son.
I know that's. I do know that story. Yeah.
All right.
But
So
the wife wanted to be with the prophet. You know what I mean?
So the woman, she is a whore. The prophet
Yeah.
is a same. So now the women and the prophet, they have excuse because they want to sleep with each other. But I thought Islam teach you how to respect marriage and not to do fornication. It turned to be no. If the woman, she like to sleep with you and she is married, it's okay.
Well, no, that's not what I said.
This is what you said. He said you said the women, she want him.
She divorced Zayd and then married the prophet.
No,
right?
no, hold on. This is a story happened before any divorce. This is why the verse says, the son of Muhammad went to Muhammad, told him, after his wife, she told him that your father was here and he was flirting with me. He was what? He was flirting with me. So the hadith says in the story, فَفَطِنَ Zayd. So Zayd, he got it. They are asleep.
But it's hadith. But yeah, no, go on.
Yeah. So Fatina, he noticed. All right. He noticed that Muhammad and his wife, they are doing things together. There's no man would accept that unless he is a pimp. So he went to his father saying to him, please let me divorce her. She's a bad woman. But he never complained about her before. Never. And then the verse in the Quran says, why you are hiding what Allah made it lawful for you? How he made her lawful? She is married. Why? And that means Muhammad was a liar too. He told the man, no, keep your wife. But 15 minutes ago, he was in his house looking at the naked wife of Zayd. The hadith says that Zainab, she was a very fat woman, which make her the most beautiful woman of Quraysh. And she was big, and she was very white. And we know that the Arab are obsessed with white. So she is very white, she is very fat, and she is big. And that make her the most beautiful woman in Quraysh. So now Muhammad is going after a woman, she is married, in the house of the husband, when the husband is not there. And Allah is encouraging him to commit such a sin. Shouldn't Allah rebuke him, says, shame on you, the woman she is married? Huh? Shouldn't he say to him, What's wrong with you? Like, are you short of women? You have tons of wives. Was Muhammad a single man? Maybe he's horny. He have many wives. So why he need this woman?
Yeah, it's not my place to pass judgment on the prophet. That's for sure, or any of the prophets.
What kind of a prophet he would do this? This is not a prophet behavior. This is a behavior. And look,
Besides Jesus,
huh?
you know, a lot of the prophets might have done that. You don't know.
They might do that. Okay, we have a story in the Bible about a man, the Muslim consider him as a prophet. He took the wife of somebody else. What God did to him? He destroyed his family. He destroyed his kingdom. Even he caused his family, his son to die, the son from that marriage. Even though he married women, but he sent her husband to war, so he will die, so he can have the wife. God condemned him. God punished him. God rebuked him. In Islam, no. In Islam, Allah, he encouraged Muhammad to go after a married woman. In Islam, they claim that this is a privilege.
I don't know about that. Where does it claim that?
What do you mean?
Where does it claim that it's a privilege to do that?
What I'm showing you on the screen now, this is the count of the privilege. That's why it says number 10. This is a privilege number 10. Your prophet have 16 privilege. More than 9 of them is about his penis. Here, read.
Oh, right. Well, like I said, I can't read Arabic, and
no problem. I can give you the link. You can use Google. You can use Google Translation.
I believe Hadith, but I don't. You know, I'm not a Quranist. You know, I believe Hadith. It's complicated, right? I've only been a Muslim for 2 years, but officially. But
well, you are a Muslim since you were a kid. However, there's nothing called officially or not officially. Either you know religion or you don't. So was Muhammad a good person or a bad person?
He was a good person.
How is that? If I just showed you, all of those is about privilege of sex.
Well, because good people can do bad things, man.
How good? Okay, hold on.
I don't know.
How
it's not on me. It's not on me to pass judgment.
My friend, no, it is on you. It is on you. It's on you. My Lord told me from their fruits.
Was like me and you. You know, he wasn't like Jesus. He was striving to be like Jesus.
Striving to be like Jesus, but that is not true. Because Muhammad, he did not even try to get close to Jesus. Because if I am striving to be following Jesus, not to be like Jesus, then I will not commit adultery, I will not lie, I will not cheat, I will not steal, I will not kill, and I will not go after children to sleep with them too. Muhammad, even he encouraged his men to have sexual relationship with little children. Not only him, he did it. He encouraged his men to go after children to sleep with them. You're a prophet.
Doesn't say that in the Quran.
No, it says that in the Quran. The Quran says it clearly that those who didn't have menstruation ever, and now you want to divorce them. They never have menstruation. Why? Because simply they are too young. They are children. And Muhammad himself, he have a wife, she is a child. Correct? If you go to chapter 65 as an example, we will find this. Speaking about divorce. This is the chapter name actually, divorce chapter. All right? So here it says, وَاللَّاتِي يَئِسْنَ مِنَ الْمَحِيضِ, from your women, those who they have no menstruation no more, which means they are old. Those, they wait for 3 months before, like to check their menstruation. So either they to be sure they aren't pregnant, but then it says then it says that there is those who did not ever have menstruation. Why they did not have ever menstruation? Because their young age. Do you see it?
Yeah.
So now we are divorcing them, not marrying them. So we marry them at what age?
Right, but these are guys who are trying to figure stuff out
I
long
figure
after the prophet.
I figure stuff out by taking a child to my bed.
Hey, I wouldn't,
Why you wouldn't?
I wouldn't do it. But,
Aren't this is the Quran? The Quran allow you. Why you don't do it? Are you saying to me Quran teach bad things?
this is the Quran what's on the screen right now.
Yeah, this is the Quran. The green text is the Quran. The explanation here is your Islamic explanation for the verse.
What's the verse? Sorry.
This is chapter 65, verse number 4.
Yeah, again, man.
If your prophet come to USA, he will be arrested.
He'd be arrested?
Yeah, he will sentence for like at least 20 years in jail for child abuse.
All right.
Yeah, child abuse, child rape. So now, what is left about Muhammad is good. He allow you even to take false oath. You can lie taking false oath in the name of God. And he says Allah will not take you accountable for your false oath. He will take you accountable only but what you meant. But that means we can lie. I mean something in my heart, and I say something in my mouth. So now I'm a good person because simply I lie to people, but in my heart I'm truthful. How that can work? How that is godly? So the more we know about Muhammad, the more we find out that this person was practicing evil and teaching evil. In the top of that, I don't know, what is your education, if you don't mind, Choppy?
Pardon?
What is your education, if you don't mind to share?
I'm pretty stupid.
No, I mean, you don't have any education, like, you did not go to school or anything?
Some university. I dropped out of university.
Okay. When you joined university, what was the study you're trying to do?
I really shouldn't have been there, but I think anthropology.
Oh, that's wonderful. So how you explain to me the Quran is full of mistakes? Forget about Muhammad being bad. Is it possible that Allah is bad too? He's bad in science, bad in history, bad in Arabic, bad in a grammar. How that God can be? So like when we say Allah is God, what is the proof that Allah is God? Is that because he said that the sperm coming from the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women? Or because he said that the semen became a dead blood? How that can be from God? A teenage, he went to school, high school, elementary school, will not make such a mistake. So now Muhammad is a bad person. Muhammad is a cheater. Muhammad, he go after children. Muhammad have a privilege, all of them, they are about sex and money. And now Muhammad became a doctor in biology. And his God taught him how the baby is made. But the second we read carefully how the baby is made, according to Muhammad, we die laughing. Cannot be God's words. There's no way God do not know how he made his own creation. Have you ever heard of somebody, he is God, yet he will make such a stupid mistake about how the baby is made? Since when the semen became a dead blood, and the dead blood grow and become a little lump of a flesh, and then that lump of a flesh become a bones, and then we close the bones with the flesh. How did that happen?
Like I said, that doesn't. I don't see. If you want to believe that as like a scientific explanation of how humans are formed, it's fine. I would say that that's more the prophet trying to explain to the people around him the revelations that he got from Jibril. You know, it's not easy to do that.
So I explain false explanation of how God made the baby. And that is revelation. Can't Allah make it right? And he explained it no problem. I mean, Muhammad here supposedly is not even explaining anything. This is what Allah said. Can't Allah say to us exactly what happened and that will be amazing? Why Allah need to give me false information to explain to me how the baby is made? But this is not how the baby is made. He's making up a lie now.
Well, you know, the prophet did say that if he ever said anything that was untrue, that he would die. So, and he did. So, you know.
If he said anything that's true, he will die, correct?
No, if he says something that's untrue, that Allah would kill him, right?
Exactly. But isn't it this is what happened to Muhammad? How Muhammad?
He's dead.
How Muhammad?
So, you know, life is a test, man.
No. He was no. He's not only dead. He was no. He's not.
If you just had all the answers.
Choppy. He's not dead. He was killed. Correct.
Well, yeah.
All right. He was killed by poison. Correct.
Yeah.
And the hadith says, I feel as if my aorta being cut off from this poison. You see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. You mentioned to me a second ago that Muhammad, he says, if he is lying, Allah will kill him, correct?
Yeah.
How he will kill him?
By cutting his aorta.
Thank you very much. So Muhammad, he said, if I am fabricating, that Allah told me, if I am fabricating Quran, if I am fabricating something claiming to be the word of God, Allah will grab me from my right hand, and this is how Muhammad ate the poison, and then he will cut my artery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so Muhammad is a false prophet. So now, do you agree with me that Muhammad is a false prophet?
No, because that proves that he is a prophet.
Disapprove he's a prophet?
He knew exactly. It proves that he's a prophet. Yeah.
Guys, listen. Listen, my friend. How that he is a prophet? He is saying, if I am not a prophet, I will die in such a way. You say to me, this is mean he's a prophet?
Yeah.
He is saying, he is saying, Allah told him supposedly, if I am a liar, if you are a liar, Muhammad, we will grab you from your right hand.
Yeah, not that he's not a prophet though, but he's a liar. You know, or that if he ever says a lie about Allah or anything like that, I don't think it says that he's not a prophet.
No, it says, if he fabricate falsely concerning Allah. This is what Muhammad, what the Prophet is about. The Prophet speaking about Allah. This is what he do. Like, are we going to talk about Muhammad making falafel? He lie about that? No. It says it clearly, if he fabricate things about me, the God, I certainly will kill him in certain way. That means Muhammad, he did not deliver a message, a true message of God. He was a fabricator, and Allah, he killed him, according to the story here, because he's a liar. And then you say to me, that means he's a prophet?
Well, I mean, he had a prophecy, and the prophecy came true, and he's had plenty of prophecies that came
true. Listen, I like what you just said. So now...
And he started the second biggest religion in the world.
No, Islam is not even the number 10th religion in the world, because there's a billion sect of Muslims, and according to Muhammad, Islam is the smallest. I can show you that from his hadith.
All right. Okay.
All right. So listen carefully.
Fair enough.
But focus with me. Focus with me. So now, if Muhammad fabricated, how that...
Brother, you just said one of his prophecies about what Muslims would do, blah blah blah. It's all true. Everything he said is true, man.
Which one? Which one?
You just said that Muslims would break up and there'd be a bunch of sects, and then there'd only be a few real
No,
Muslims.
no, even this one is false. I will tell you why. Because Muhammad, he claimed that the Muslim will be 73 sect. But there's thousands of sects. According to Muhammad, there's 71 Jewish sect, 72 Christian sect, and 73 Muslim sect. None of this is true. Neither the Jews, neither the Christians, neither the Muslims. And as you see,
Well, maybe.
not maybe, no, I can count for you right away. Even the Sunni alone, they have hundreds of sects. The Sunni alone. The Shia, they have hundreds of sects. I mean, you name it. There's sect. Actually, me myself, I never heard of before. I spent all my life studying this garbage cult, and until now, there's sects I never heard of them. Until now, this is how too many. So when Muhammad he said there will be 72 Christian sect, and 71 Jewish sect, and 73 Muslim sect, and this is turned to be false, that means Muhammad is a false prophet again. So when I mentioned to you this, just to show you that Muslim, when they speak about he established a religion, Shaitan, his religion is the biggest religion in the world. Because there is more people they follow Shaitan than any prophet or God you can imagine. Because those who follow Shaitan, they are from every religion. Many, they wear a cross, but they are satanic. Many,
Yeah, I mean,
They are-
that's the thing, bro.
they are Muslims.
Yeah.
Listen, you give yourself a name, a title of a religion, but in reality you are satanic. So for me, I believe strongly that every Muslim is satanic until he proved the opposite. Yeah, every Muslim is satanic. You see, look what happened to you. I showed you Muhammad going after his own son wife. You try to take it easy. That means Satan is in control of your mind, because that should make you upset about following a man who is going after his unmarried women. Who is?
I don't know for a fact. Well,
What do you mean?
yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe I don't know what to tell you, man. It doesn't make me mad. It's not something that.
So if Muhammad,
happy.
I'm not trying to insult you. I don't know if you are married or not, but this is not the purpose. I'm not insulting. If Muhammad come to your house,
I'm not married.
all right. Let us say you are married, and Muhammad come to your house and he wanted to sleep with your wife. As that will make you mad? And your wife you came home and your wife, she says to you, the prophet, he was here and he flirted with me and he wanted me. Is that going to make you mad? Or you will say, oh, okay, now you have two men.
That would never happen, though.
Why?
So
Why?
it's
Why?
hard to say. If another man did that, it would make me mad. Of course, yeah.
So if Muhammad, he wanted your wife, you have no problem.
Well, again, that would never happen.
No, I'm saying, don't assume it will never happen, because if Muhammad is a prophet and you are going to heaven, supposedly you and your wife, it's going to happen. The privilege of the prophet, if his eyes, my friend, the privilege of Muhammad, if his eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her so the prophet can F her. So don't tell me that will not happen. Are you saying you will not go to heaven? Muhammad will be there supposedly. He will like your wife if she is pretty, and then the second he like her, it's your duty to divorce her so he can have her. You cannot even negotiate.
Well, again, I didn't. Like I said, I haven't read the Quran in a while, but I didn't read that in the Quran.
So look, so now we notice that Muhammad ethically is a bad person. Quran, even science is false. You agree with me that Muhammad, he fabricated things about Allah and Allah killed him, and you claim this is a prophecy. So how in the world is prophet fit to be a prophet for you? You just admitted and you agreed with me that obviously Muhammad, he fabricated Quran. That make him satanic, because the one who fabricate words of God is Satan. That is not a good man. in any way, any mean. He is deceiving mankind. This is what it's meant by saying I fabricate word of God. Because when I fabricate the word of God, what will happen? My followers will believe me and they will follow what I just fabricated. So Muhammad, according to you, is a deceiver, he's a cheater, he's a liar, still he is a prophet.
I mean, assuming, yeah, sure. We'll just say, yeah, sure.
I don't know.
If all those things are true, sure. You know, I don't believe what you believe about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. You know, I don't believe what you believe.
Noticed.
But
Noticed.
But even if all of that is true, I would still say, sure, he could still be a prophet,
Okay.
the final prophet.
This is not my
And,
belief. This is not my belief. I just showed you what your prophet did from your books.
But again, like you said, you know, it's hard to say because if there's so many sects and blah blah blah, who knows which, you know, you have to search your heart for the things that truly came from the Prophet Muhammad, which things were added in.
My
by
friend,
whoever,
I feel sorry for you because you do not know in Islam everything is destiny. So what search your heart? The sect you go to is destiny, is not your choice. Anything you choose in life according to Islam is destiny. You have to believe in al-qadar as a Muslim. So you don't, so what do you mean you search? You don't search. Allah, He made destiny for you to be what you are. So when you go to heaven, that's because of destiny, not because you are searching and studying and being good or even being bad. It is just a pure destiny. This is why Islam is so stupid, because where is justice here? So I am born.
No,
I'm born with destiny to be a Muslim, correct?
well, I mean, I was, but maybe you weren't. I guess you weren't.
No.
I mean,
Just to show you. No, you are.
Inshallah, you'll see the truth one day.
Don't say inshallah, my friend. Inshallah, Allah is a shaitan. You are asking shaitan to help me to see the truth. Look what you just did. You agreed.
Allah means the only God, man. It doesn't mean the same.
Listen. If I go right now and rape a woman, is that destiny, or it's my decision?
It was your decision, but it's also destiny.
How that can be?
Because everything that ever comes to pass was destined to happen. But
Thank you.
you had free will, and it could have happened differently
False.
if you had made a different choice.
False.
You know,
False. And I can show you that this is absolutely false. This is your prophet saying, okay,
it's written, but Allah can always change it.
it still is destiny. It still is destiny. It's not you who changed it. It's Allah, right? Okay. So that's not your choice. So don't fool yourself. Muslims don't believe in free will. Here you see, Muhammad, he said, verily Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in which he of necessity must commit, and he count the adultery he will do. It is a destiny, is not a choice you do. So the exact amount of adultery you do is written for you and you will do it. If a child,
Fair enough, man. What's wrong with that?
so how I will be punished for not believing in Allah if Allah, He made destiny for me to be Christian?
Yeah, but the thing is, in a way, you believe in one God, right?
Who cares? Let us say I believe in a mosquito. If Allah is the one who made me
If
be,
you believe in a mosquito,
listen.
then yeah.
If
then yeah.
no,
But
listen,
I thought
no,
you were a
no, this is not, no. You
I
see,
thought you was a Christian prince, dog. What's about this now? I
well,
believe in a mosquito.
you are following a mosquito. His name is Muhammad, and you have no problem with it. Yes,
man.
yes, he sucked blood. He sucked the blood of the Muslims. He take their money. Okay, can you see Muhammad without paying him?
We're jumping around too much, man.
No, because we mentioned the mosquitoes. What mosquitoes? What is a mosquito?
You're the one who said mosquito.
No problem. What does the mosquito do? The mosquito will take your blood. The mosquito will take your blood, correct?
Yeah.
What if I say to you now, if you give me money, I will pray for you and I will purify you. I will pray in your behalf. How that work for you? How if you pay me money, I will pray in your behalf. You don't need to pray. I will pray for you. And then you go to heaven. I will sanctify you.
Oh, it doesn't say that though, man.
It's in front of you. Read it.
Take Sadak
Uh-huh.
down, right there. Take
Uh-huh.
Sadak, their wealth, in order to purify them and sanctify them with it,
All right.
and invoke Allah for them.
All right.
Verily, your invocations are a source of security for them.
Okay.
And Allah is all hearer, all knowing.
All right. So now, when I pay Muhammad money, what will happen?
Because you paid the money, that's like making up for the fact that you didn't pray and you didn't do it yourself.
So I do not need to pray. I just pay money, and Muhammad will pray in my behalf. Correct?
No,
Yes.
but just the fact that you, dude, that's a thing that Allah put in there to make it easy for you. He's trying to give you a chance. You know.
My friend, you just said he will pray in your behalf. You said that.
I didn't say that.
No,
It
you
says
did.
there.
Uh-huh.
It's just you give the money to the Muslims. I guess this is like you said, alms or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And because they give money,
Uh-huh.
a lot of Islam is to make things easier. You know. So
Okay. So now,
Allah's
if-
trying to give them a chance, man. That's all. We're
so
the people. We
so
only get
what is
one
the
good
connection?
deed.
What is the connection between I receive money and I sanctify you?
I don't know. The thing is, ideally,
All
your
right.
money would go to help somebody in need.
Right, right. No, we'll go to the house of Muhammad. If I want to meet with Muhammad, should I pay him money first, or it's for free?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You have to pay him first. For how long you are talking to me? Did I charge you anything? Did I ask you to pay me anything? No.
No.
I'm better than
You asked
Muhammad.
me to. You asked me to come on.
Yeah, but
I'm paying you.
for free.
You should be paying me, man. Come
Sure,
on.
sure. I will give you camel urine. Chapter 58, verse number 12. It says, yes, your prophet, he commanded you to drink camel urine. It's very healthy. This is medicine for free. What do you want? My camel is in the backyard. I'm an Arab. Here it says in chapter 58, oh, who you believe,
You're an Arab?
when you went, yes, when you, oh, who you believe, when you want to consult the messenger in private, spend something, huh? Before the private consultation. Isn't it, this is what, there's a hospital for the rich, there's a consultant for the rich. What if I am a poor person? Can I consult the prophet?
Yeah, of course, man.
No, you cannot.
No, it doesn't say that.
It says, if you want to speak to the prophet in a private meeting, you have to pay fees.
It says, like I said, I don't know it in Arabic, so you know it better than me. It's whatever. I mean,
My friend,
you can't convince me.
who need the excuse of Arabic? Am I showing you the English translation?
Well, the English translation says spend something in charity before your private consultation.
Yeah, but you spend it where? In Arabic, actually, it's more clear. It says, فَقَدِّمُوا بَيْنَ يَدَيَّ نَجْوَاكُمْ صَدَقَةً. So give it to the Prophet. Not spend it buying falafel or something. No, you give it to the Prophet. فَقَدِّمُوا بَيْنَ يَدَيَّ, between my hands, before me. So you want to come to me?
So come forward before me.
You want to give me money before you speak to me in private. You speak to me in private, you have to pay. Did Jesus
said, well,
did Jesus
I can
collect
only speak
did Jesus collect
so-
money for a private meeting? Did Jesus have a privilege for the rich over the poor?
No, but
When Muhammad
Jesus was.
when Muhammad, a blind man, he came to him. What Muhammad he did? Do you know? A
Yeah, I
poor,
know that story. He didn't. He ignored him or something, and then but then he felt bad
exactly.
about it later.
So Muhammad, why he ignored him, the story is explained by the Muslim scholars, even the cousin of Muhammad, that the
Brother,
rich
I don't.
the rich men of Quraysh, they were there, and Muhammad, he said to himself, those rich people, they will say, look who is the one who coming to ask him about Islam, the lowest. So what Muhammad he did, he gave him a bad face, and he kicked him out of his house. And then Muhammad, after he did that, people start talking about what kind of a prophet. The same people, the rich people, they said, look what he did. A poor man coming to him is a blind man. He did not show him mercy. He was rude. He was arrogant. And he was welcoming us only because we are the rich. So now Muhammad, he want to fix it. So he made those verses claiming Allah told him, why you do that? Why you gave a face to the blind man? Now let us compare. When the blind man came to Jesus, did Jesus give him a bad face? No. He made him see. Not only he spoke to him, he gave him eyes. Muhammad could not even give him the answer for his question. The man is not being bad. He is being a Muslim now. He's asking a question about Islam. What you will lose, Muhammad, if you answer the man, the blind man, in the front of those rich? No. He have no time for those poor. He have time for the rich ones. And this is what the interpretation is saying. And here you see again how Muhammad is so much into money, and he is not into God.
But didn't you say Allah corrected him in that instance?
He made this verse because people, they start laughing at him. He want to fix it, it's too late. So he claimed that Allah told him, why you are giving face to the blind man? Because people start talking about what he have done. Imagine I have a blind man crossing the street and I make fun of him. People will spit on me. So now Muhammad want to gain back his reputation. So he claimed his God told him this. But obviously it's not. Because why his God did not tell him right away, what are you doing, idiot? Why you are speaking to the blind man like this? Why Allah have to wait? Why he did not rebuke him? Did Allah choose the right person for the right mission? Obviously not, if he chose him. So look what happened. You agree with me that Muhammad, he fabricated Quran, and Allah killed him. You agreed with me that Muhammad did bad things, like going after his own son wife. You agreed with me that Muhammad is allowing bad things like you will not do yourself, like going after children. You agree with me that the Quran says you can beat your wife. You agree with me with everything. Still you say to me Muhammad is a prophet. And let us make you give you the most important question. Can you show me one prophecy Muhammad he said in the Quran to be true?
Yeah, that Allah would protect basically the Christians until the last day.
Where is
Christians would be raised above all others until the last day.
That is a prophecy of Muhammad, or this prophecy is of Jesus?
It's in the Quran.
Yeah, but Muhammad is copying from the Quran. Okay, you see, just to show you how Muhammad he copy everything, is a thief. In the Quran is describing heaven. Correct?
Well, I don't know, man. I realize that Allah and the love that Allah, the love of Allah is something that's like nothing else.
Yeah, you can love.
So,
You can love something you do not know. It's just a delusion. It's like a person, he is in love of something is not there, and always he can tell himself, I love this person no matter what, but he never spoke to you, he never come to you. You claim that Allah, he spoke to you from the sky, but Allah never spoke to Muhammad. Why he will speak to you but not Muhammad? That is very weird.
Hey, the Lord works in mysterious ways, right?
Not in Islam. You are trying to copy from our books, my friend. It doesn't work.
It's all the same God, so
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Listen, I will show you.
Yes.
How many time you heard the Muslims saying that Paul is a bad person?
I've never heard a Muslim say that ever. You know?
Well,
but like I said, I'm a revert
if you go,
in Canada.
if you go,
So
if you go, my friend, you are a victim, you know, of the lies of Islam. If you go right now, we will find a billion videos made by
I never
Muslims.
heard. There was never any nobody never told me nothing, man.
No,
It was just
no problem.
and what I told you about happened to me. The first thing that was like that was 21 years ago now. 2 years ago.
My friend, it is very possible that you have a maybe suffering from like delusional or you know imagining things, but Allah, as you see, he never spoke to Muhammad. So how he will speak to you? Are you more important than Muhammad?
I mean, I don't think so.
All right.
But
so every Muslim speak bad about Paul, and I can play for you tons of videos. And look here.
But just can I just say sorry?
Yeah.
I don't think you know when I felt that the sky told me to join, you know, to come to Islam. You know, that was about 20 years ago. But about 2 years ago, something much more significant happened than that. And I've had my brain looked at extensively, and all the doctors say I'm 110%, man. I'm the healthiest man in the world. Even when I felt like I was dying, they were like, "No, you're very healthy." But
so you look at your brain. So are you saying to me? You were struggling with your brain?
No, I was being tested by Allah because that's what happens when you become a Muslim. But yeah.
What do you mean?
Like
what do you mean? You said that you check your brain. They told you it's healthy.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that?
Yeah, because I was getting tested by, you know, it was just a part of my test from Allah. You know, that was just a part of it because.
All right.
Yeah, people think I'm crazy because Allah sent angels to me, right?
Okay. All right.
Right.
Obviously you are not. I mean, you agree with me that Muhammad is a liar. You agree with me that he's a cheater. You agree with me that Allah killed him because he fabricated Quran. And then you say to me, I'm not crazy. And then you say to me, he's a prophet. My friend, I confirm to you that you are crazy because you just said Allah killed him because he fabricated Quran, and yet you say he's a prophet.
I didn't say that the whole entire Quran is fabricated.
It doesn't matter. If we have one page in the Quran is a fabrication, that means the Quran is not trustworthy, and Muhammad is not. If Muhammad fabricated Quran, so who we can trust? I mean, he is the one who brought the whole book to you, supposedly. Look at this. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Who is the one who said this statement? Listen. I want to show you something. I want you to be honest with me. Who is the one who said this statement?
Apparently the Prophet, according to Sahih Bukhari, narrated by Abu Huraira.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that?
Let's see. You want me to read? Is that the whole thing there?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead. Read it.
Allah said, I have prepared for my righteous slaves as no eye has ever seen, nor an ear has ever heard, nor a human heart can ever think of.
Have you ever heard this one before?
Yeah.
Where?
I've read this hadith before. I've spent time on Sunnah.com reading Sunnah and stuff.
You spent time before?
Yeah, like I've read a hadith, you know what I mean? I've spent time reading hadith, you know. So
okay.
I've heard this before, yeah. But like I was saying before, I like the Muslim idea of paradise, you know. I don't want, like, to me, the Muslim idea of paradise seems better than being in a choir worshiping Allah forever in a choir, you know. That kind of is what the Christian paradise is. So
All right.
in a choir where you don't even have a body or nothing. You know what I mean? But like I
Okay.
said, I understand that the love of Allah is like nothing else.
All
And
right.
I felt it, so I can understand how if paradise could just be paradise. When the Prophet said that paradise could just be experiencing the love of Allah forever
All right.
until the end, forever.
Can you read for
That's
me?
what paradise.
Can you read for me what it says here in the Bible?
But as it is written, eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him.
Who is the one who's talking here? Paul. Who is the one who's talking here? Muhammad. Who's copying from who?
I never said that Paul was copying.
No, no. I am saying now, who is copying from who? Who is the one came first and who is the one who came after? Is Paul copying Muhammad or Muhammad is a false prophet copying Paul? It's letter by letter, word by word.
Well, but you believe in Paul.
I mean, what's wrong with you? Yes, he is a messenger of God. He's a prophet of God too. So Muhammad, he claimed to be a prophet. Muslim, they claim that Paul is a big fabricator. Yet Muhammad is copying Paul.
I never said that Paul is a big fabricator.
The Muslims, you are not a Muslim. You are a person struggling with your brain, my friend. I can confirm that. You are just a confused person. I feel sorry for you. But look carefully.
That's not what the,
How
that's not what
Muhammad,
the doctor told me.
how Muhammad, he is not even, if this is not Jesus talking, and if Paul is not a messenger of God, why Muhammad copying word by word what Paul said?
Well, Paul was a messenger of God.
Not according to the Muslims.
Did it say that in the Quran?
In the Quran, it mentioned that the three messengers sent by Allah, in the Islamic interpretation, they claim that this was John and Peter and Paul. But 99% of the Muslims, they consider Paul the enemy of Allah. Yet we go and read, we find Muhammad is copying. Do you remember the Muslim, they say nobody can make Quran like the Quran of Allah? It turned to be Allah is copying Paul. And by the way, this hadith is considered Quran. This is not just a hadith.
It's Sahih. No,
No. This is not just Sahih. This is not Sahih. This is considered Quran. This is not considered as even hadith. Is considered as a Quran. This is why if you go to Muslim website, they will say Allah said, not the messenger says. قال الله تعالى. Allah he said. Allah he said. Can you read it? Can you read it? It says Allah said.
like
No, read with me. This is not Muhammad saying. This is Allah said. Allah. This hadith is considered as Quran, yet it's not in the Quran. Because it says Allah said, not Muhammad. Muhammad said, Allah said. What Allah said? That He prepared in heaven, no eye has seen or heard.
But you're
Exactly.
saying Muhammad said, Allah said this.
Yes.
And you're saying that Paul said the same thing. So I don't understand what the issue is.
That means your God and your Muhammad is a fabricator copying from Paul.
No, it just means that they both have the same God.
No, we don't.
Well, you have your beliefs and I have mine, right?
My friend, it's you who agree that Allah, He killed Muhammad because he is fabricating Quran. It is you who agreed that Muhammad is obviously a bad person. You agreed that the Quran, yes, you agreed. I said to you, if a man, he go to the house of somebody, is he bad or good? You said, I guess bad. Is it
I
bad?
mean,
If a man he go after children, or he teach his followers to go after children, is that bad or good? If a man teach you to beat your wife, is that mean he's bad or good? And then this man, he copy people who, Muslim, they claim that they are the worst, who deceive the Christians, Paul. And he copy his statement word by word saying Allah said. Taran, are you a Muslim, Taran?
Hello, yeah.
All right. What do you like to say to us, Taran?
I have a small question. It's in Sahih Muslim
Uh-huh.
1745b.
All right. Read it for us.
Messenger of Allah, we kill the children of the polytheists during the night raids. He said, they are from them.
All right. What is the question?
It's Hadith, Sahih Muslim 17.
I know. You
1745b.
told me already, but I'm saying what the question.
Yeah, so were they allowed to kill children?
Yeah, the Muslim sorry, the Muslims they are allowed to kill children, for sure. Why not? Muhammad, he says, "Fahum minhum, fahum minhum." You can kill them.
You know, you know that Sam Shamoon guy?
What about him?
I mean, he was saying that it's fine to kill children the other day on history. You know, if they're like the children of people who are going to continue heresy and blah blah blah. You know,
God,
you can't act like Christianity is all that much.
listen.
It's the same thing.
God,
It's all the same stuff.
no. You see, God, he
Jesus was a perfect
Hold
example.
on. It's not okay to kill children. No, this is not what the Bible teach. What the Bible teaches that God he command the Jews in certain time because the enemies they are killing them and killing their children. So
No, here it comes.
yeah, no, I'm not giving excuse because they killed their children, and this war will be endless. So go and finish them all, otherwise you will have war with them forever. The Jews did not listen. They did not even obey God and take the command. And this is the war they were stopped. So the kids grow, the kids go to war, and then your kids want to kill them, and their kids want to kill your kids, and then you kill each other, and you will keep killing each other forever. So it is not about God want to kill children, but God want to finish evil. Not God want to kill the children. For those children, they will be the same as the parents, seeking war, for this is what they will learn from their parents. Their parents are wicked.
So how come it's not considered the same thing to you in Islam? How come in Islam it's so evil?
Because in Islam you attack to kill, not somebody is killing you. You attack to steal, not somebody is stealing from you. You attack to rape, not somebody raping from you. There's a huge difference. You attack, you are the attacker, not the victim. Not the victim. Like the person here before you, when he asked me about the killing the children, why even you are killing the parents? What they did? Nothing. Muhammad he attacked them just to steal. He's a thief. He want to have more property, he want to have more women, and even more offspring to be his slaves. Like as an example, when Muhammad he did attack Bani al-Mustaliq, those people, they were just watering their animals, fighting nobody, unaware of anything. They are not at war with Muhammad. Suddenly Muhammad he attacked them, he killed all the men, and he took all the women and the children, and he raped the daughter of the head of the tribe, even before he take her home, and later he made her a wife.
Why?
He attacked Bani al-Mustaliq to steal. to steal. He took all their money, all their animals, and he took the human, the women and the children are slaves. This is money. Even a human is money for him, because he will take them, he will sell them. Those are people are not fighting. They are, as you see, even the hadith says they are unaware, they are headless. They were even watering their animals. They are not fighting, they are not at war. He did not send them a warning, listen, I want this from you. They were uninformed of anything. He made an attack of those tribe, attacking their camels. They attacking their camels. What he want? He want the camels. So your prophet is a thief. He killed the men who tried to defend the camels and the tribe, and then he took all the women and the children's.
Did the women get raped?
Huh?
You said he took the daughter of the tribal chief, right?
Yes.
So she was raped by them, or what?
Yeah, he took her to his tent, and then there's a guy, he was guarding him all night. Muhammad, he came out, he said, what are you doing here? He said, you killed her father, her brother, and her husband. She was just a bride. I was afraid she will kill you. So imagine Muhammad, he killed her father, her brother, her family, her tribe, and her husband in 1 hour. And then he took the women. He made a tent at the end, at the edge of the town, after he killed everybody in the town, and he raped the women. And yet they want to tell me that Muhammad is a man of God. He's decent. A rapist, a criminal, a thief, a child molester, a liar, a fabricator. What is left? Give me one thing this guy bad he did not do, I mean, any bad thing. Even homosexuality, he is involved in it.
But like you said, there's a million sects. So how do you know that, you know?
I'm talking about the
Why do you
Quran.
believe?
I'm talking about what Muhammad said and what the Quran said, not what sect. This is what Muhammad
It's not
said.
Quran.
This is what Muhammad did. This is what the Muslims say. This is the authentic. Do you see? This is al-Bukhari.
No.
What do you mean no?
Like you said, this is what the Muslims say Muhammad did. You know?
So the Muslims are a bunch of liars too, not only Muhammad. So where we can find the true story of Muhammad according to you?
Well, I never said that I had it. I mean,
So how you how you are a Muslim if you know nothing about Allah? What do you know about Allah? Tell me. Go ahead.
Allah is, you know, the creator of the universe.
This is not true. The Quran says no. The Quran says that there is many creators and Allah is the best of the creators. So you are following false teaching. He is not the creators. Because if I say I am the best of the creators, that means I am not the only creator. And isn't the Quran says that even Jesus he created from the mud the bird? Look what the Quran is saying, using a very funny language in Arabic, exposing the God of Islam to be false. So blessed be Allah, the best of the creators. How many creators there is?
So blessed be Allah, the best of creators. Well, it doesn't give a number.
Exactly. So is Allah one of the creators or he's the only creator?
You know, could be talking about Jesus.
No problem. But that will not make it even better, but that will make it worse. So now we have Allah and Jesus are the creators. You said to me you worship the creator, so you should worship Jesus.
No, because you said Jesus could bring forth life from non-life.
No, he is he's a creator too. Not only that,
Huh.
right?
Well, Jesus, you know, Jesus could do whatever Allah could do, but he could only do it because of Allah. You know, he could only do it.
Let us assume this is true. That does not change anything. That Jesus can do the same as Allah. So now we have two Allah, because if Allah allow other person to be Allah like him, is that proof that Allah is one or two? So if Allah now says,
no.
okay, if Allah says, okay, Christian Prince, I will make you Allah like me. You can create, you can control nature, you can raise people from death. Go. You can do as I do. That means we have two divine now. For when I ask you, who is Allah? You said to me right away, the creator. So you understood very well that the second you say the word the creator, you mean God, correct?
The creator of everything. Allah is also the creator of Jesus.
Well, this is an assumption you are making up, but there is no proof of it. I just showed you from the Quran. If Allah is the creator, he should know how the baby is made. What kind of a creator he do not know how the baby is made? This is simple.
Well, I mean, wouldn't Satan also know how the baby is made, or Satan doesn't know that?
Hold on, guys. Satan, he knew the baby how it was made, but Muhammad do not know. That means Muhammad is the one who fabricated this from his own. It's not Allah. Satan is smarter than Muhammad. He will make a verse speaking how the baby is made way better than Muhammad. So obviously this is not from God. This is just a man. His name is Muhammad. He's trying to take over people, claiming that God sent him. Thank you very much. Satan is smarter than Allah. You just prove that Allah cannot be God, because Satan will not do such a mistake. So Allah is a fictional name. Muhammad he used just to make himself legitimate, to be the one to obey. Give me your wife, give me your money, give your children, let me F them all, sleep with me, hang up with me, pray for me, bow down to me. I am your God, Muhammad. Even he changed his name from Mudhammam or Qatham into Muhammad, which means the praised one. The Muslims are mushrikeen. They associate the name of a man with the name of God, and not only that, they changed the name of a man, made him God, Muhammad. Muhammad means the praised one. So who is Allah? I thought the praised one is Allah.
Allah is the only one worthy of worship.
No, I'm asking you a specific question. Focus with me. Who is the praised one? Allah or Muhammad?
Allah.
So why Muhammad have name Muhammad? This is what Muhammad means.
You know, hey, I don't know. It's true. You know, when you know, I don't know what to tell you. I became a Muslim, and I had my experiences without ever, you know.
My friend, you are a poor man. You keep trying to convince yourself that you are feeling better because now you became a Muslim. But do you know why you feel better? Because you know nothing. The second you start knowing, you go in denial. This is what I notice about you. In order to feel better, you go in denial. It's like somebody who don't want to face reality. So he go in denial in order not to see the reality around him.
Denial about what?
About the fact you agreed with me that Muhammad he fabricated Quran. So what do? You say still he's a prophet. You agreed with me that Muhammad Allah killed him because he fabricated Quran. And what do? You say okay, still he's a prophet. Like, how in the world he is a prophet and you agree with me that Allah killed him because he fabricated lies about Allah? Is killing him a punishment?
Allah would do that.
Huh?
Because he said that's what Allah would do, and Allah did it.
Exactly. But that means that Muhammad, he proved to us from his own lies that he is a liar. So what happened?
But also that he's a prophet.
No. Let me explain. Let me explain to you. How is a prophet if Allah punish him for his being false prophet? Why Allah punish him? Because he's a false prophet. You say to me he's a prophet. So what happened? Muhammad, he fabricated a lie. He never thought for a second that he will die in such a way. So he said, Allah said, if Muhammad is fabricating Quran, because people, they are accusing him that this is fabrication, I will do this to him. But Muhammad never thought for a second that he will end dead in such a way. That's why he said this: if Muhammad is fabricating Quran in our name, we are going to grab him from his right hand, and certainly we are going to cut his artery. Muhammad made up a lie. Allah will kill me in such a way, and I believe my Lord, the Messiah, he caused Muhammad to die in such a way to show us the truth that Muhammad is a fraud. And I prove it to you. I caused him to die in such a way. In fact, the woman, she gave Muhammad the poison. Muhammad, he said to her,
He was a Jew. And what do the Jews believe about you?
hold on, this is not actually the question now. First of all, most of the Jews are Christians. Most of the Jews are Christians already. Most of the Jews. I can say more than 95% of the Jews. There's only a few millions left of the Jews are not Christians. The majority already are Christians. All right. But look,
You make a good point there.
the women, when Muhammad, the woman, she gave him the poison, he asked Muhammad, Muhammad, he asked her, why you did that? She said, well, if you are a king who is trying just to seek, his own glory and to be like a king, to take land, and then God will not protect you and you will die. If you are a prophet, God will protect you from my poison. What Muhammad said to her? Allah will not allow you to do so. Allah will not allow you to do so. What does that mean? If Muhammad, he died by the poison, that means her guess proving to be true. If he is a false prophet, then Allah will not protect him. If he's a true, he's just a king trying to get more money and more women, he will die. Muhammad, he confirmed that that will not happen. Allah will not allow it, which means she will be proven to be wrong.
Knowingly?
Huh?
He ate the poison knowingly? Is that what you're saying?
No. Listen carefully. After this conversation, after he ate the poison.
Oh, okay.
So after he ate the guy next to him, he died right away because he ate more poison, like the piece he ate of the meat. The woman, she asked, which part of the meat Muhammad he liked to eat? They said to her, the shoulder. So she put the meat, the poison, most of it in the shoulder. His friend, companion next to him, he grabbed the shoulder. So he ate right away the most portion of the poison. He died immediately. And then when Muhammad saw that, Muhammad and the rest, they stopped eating, and then they made a cube in the what they call it, like when you make a hole in the neck to suck blood. So they make a hole in his neck to suck the blood to take the poison out. And there's a story about it, how one of the Muslim, he drank the blood of Muhammad. So now they try to save him, and it worked. Did not die right away, but later he died. But the important that the woman, she was proving that Muhammad is a false prophet, because she made it clear, if you are a false prophet, you will be killed by this poison. If you are not a false prophet, Allah will protect you from this poison. Muhammad, he confirmed what she said. He said yes, but Allah will not allow it. So when Muhammad died because of this poison, again he confirmed that he is a false prophet, because this was the whole point of this experiment the woman, she did. She want to kill Muhammad. She hate him. He killed a lot of Jews. He killed her tribe. He raped their women. So she have a billion reason to plot to kill him. But the important is, Muhammad, he claimed that Allah will not allow the women to accomplish her mission, but the women, she was successful, which means Muhammad again is a false prophet. Right? And you agreed with me that obviously Muhammad is lying about Allah Quran, so Allah decided to kill him. And I appreciate your honesty when you said that. So Muhammad was killed because he's a liar and he's a fabricator. And the women, when she decided to do that to Muhammad, she proved her point that again Muhammad is a false prophet. So mission accomplished. Muhammad is a false man.
Well, Allah could have just let that happen because, you know, not everybody can be a Muslim. You know, things have to happen that they have to happen the way they have to happen, and not everybody can be a Muslim, and some people just have to believe that Islam is not the truth.
So Allah, you are saying to me, Allah, he said, if Muhammad is a liar, I'm going to kill him. And then Allah, he wanted to prove to us that Muhammad is a liar, so we don't believe in Islam.
Amen.
Amen.
On the day of judgment, you know, Allah will let us know what was wrong, you know.
What do you mean Allah will? You just told me that Allah is the one who made this story. He caused Muhammad to die, so we will not believe in Muhammad. So again, you are confirmed to us that Allah is Shaitan, because Allah, he made Muhammad die in such a way, and he promised if Muhammad is a liar, he will kill him in such a way. So Allah, he killed Muhammad in such a way, so the Christians and the Jews and the rest, they will not convert to Islam because now they have evidence that Muhammad is a liar. So what you are saying to me that Allah himself is a liar too.
No, how did Allah lie?
You just told me Allah, he made it happen this way. So he said, if Muhammad is lying, I will cause him to die in such a way.
Oh,
so
well,
did Muhammad fabricate Quran or not?
when Allah, or he, at some point, he said something about Allah that wasn't true.
Okay, that means Muhammad fabricated Quran. So, but you said to me, Allah, he made it happen this way. So, which means he caused Muhammad to fabricate Quran, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So Allah made Muhammad, he forced Muhammad to fabricate Quran, so Allah can kill Muhammad. So Muhammad is a victim of Allah and his lies, because Allah is the one who put the lies of Muhammad in the mouth of Muhammad. And then the liar Allah, he punished Muhammad for the lies he gave him, which is unjust. For Allah, the one who made him lie. And now Allah is punishing Muhammad for the lies that Allah he made and he gave him to Muhammad, accusing him of lying when the fact it was not his fault, it was the liar Allah. And now Allah, why he did that? The most important according to you, Allah, he did that all so people will not believe in Muhammad. How hilarious.
Yeah, I know it's you did a really good job explaining it. You know, I couldn't have done it. I'm not as smart as you, man. But yeah.
All right.
I was gonna say something and I forgot what it was because you were explaining so well.
Well, my friend, I don't know. For me, I feel sorry for you that you still think you are a Muslim. You are trapped in such a cult. This is nothing but satanic, delusional religion. Have nothing truth in it. And I will pray for you, my friend, to see the truth, because I don't want to be rude to you, but I think your brain is not in the right place. You are not stable. There's no way, after all what you said to me, you still agree that you are a Muslim.
Well, I believe in Allah and I believe Muhammad is a prophet. So how can I not be a Muslim?
I mean, you just told me Muhammad is a liar. Allah, he forced Muhammad to lie. That means both of them, they are unethical, they are bad. Still, you will say you believe in the bad. You believe that Allah, the bad, is your God. You believe that Muhammad the
It's
liar is your
Allah.
prophet.
I never said that Allah forced him to lie. The
No, you
Prophet.
no, you did. You did. You said Allah made him.
Oh,
Allah made it happen this way. Allah made Muhammad. I asked you, are you saying that Muhammad been
no,
forced by Allah to lie? You said yes. I said to you, are you saying Allah made Muhammad lie? You said yes.
but the Prophet still made the choice at the time to say whatever he said.
Okay, that means both of them they are guilty, because now you are saying that both of them they are lying to us. Allah and Muhammad they are partners in lying, and yet you claim that Allah is God and Muhammad is a prophet,
What's
but both are a bunch of liars.
I don't know. Sorry, man. Like you said, my brain really doesn't. Okay.
I
When
have
they look at
I
my
I
brain,
have
when
a
they
feel.
look at my brain,
Listen,
it's
Choppy,
totally fine.
Choppy. I think you are a good person. I think you have a good heart, but I think you have a problem in the way you think. I'm not against you. I'm trying to help you. None of those people
No,
here is against you. We are trying to help you, my friend. But you need to think carefully.
I don't.
How in the world I'm going to follow someone you just admit that he is a liar? Why I want to follow him? That means everything he say to me, it might be a lie. The heaven, the hell, the things he claims to be true. How I can believe in a liar? That is not godly.
Well, because life is a test, and you also have to follow the examples and what the other prophets.
How
did,
life
you
is a
know?
how life
And
is a
no,
test if the liar himself is Allah. That is not a test. That is deception. You see, if now
I mean,
if I trust Jesus to be the person teaching me the truth, and then why I want to trust Jesus? Well, Jesus says never lie, never kill, never rape, never steal, never wish a woman she is not yours. But then Jesus he go and do the same exactly he told me not to do. Then I'm not going to follow him. So
Jesus wouldn't do that.
exactly, thank you very much. Why Jesus will never do that? Because he is the truth, not Muhammad. So you agree with me, Muhammad will do that, and he did, but Jesus will never do that. So my friend, wake up. That the one we should follow. Why I want to follow someone he do that, but I will not follow the one who never do that. The trustworthy is not Muhammad, obviously. He go after his own son wife in the house of the husband. That is
But
a
I do
behavior.
follow.
That is a behavior of a coward, not only a filthy man. It's a cowardly behavior to go to the house of a married woman when the husband is not there, and you flirt with the woman when the husband is not. This is a cowardly behavior. Not only is not ethical, it is a coward behavior. What about you flirt with her in front of her husband? Like as an example, a man he came to Muhammad and he offered him to F his wife. The coward Muhammad, he did not dare to do anything. Imagine how coward Muhammad is. After he left, Aisha, she said to him, this guy, he broke into our house. And he said to you that I want to have your women. How dare him to say that? Do you know what Muhammad said? أحمق مطاع. He is a fool. We have to obey. And as you see, he is the leader of his tribe. Look at the coward. The man, he want to F his wife. Just because he is the leader of his tribe, he said, as you see, he is the leader. We have to obey. If he insists to F you, well, he have to F you. The man, he broke into the house. He broke in. He did not knock at the door. And this is why in the Quran there's a verses about it. If you go to chapter 33, verse number 52. What was that about? It's about this guy who came to Muhammad. He broke the house door. He entered in. Muhammad, he said to him, shouldn't you ask for permission? The man, he says, I am the last one to ask for permission. Look how savage he is. Did Muhammad say to him, what? What do you mean, you coward?
33,
Huh?
33:52.
Yeah. And this is here Tafsir al-Qurtubi in the front of you. Actually, you know what? Let me get it for you in English. Maybe that will. Maybe I can.
Well, I have it right here in the clear Quran.
Our friend,
clear Quran,
this clear Quran is a fabricated translation. There's nothing called the clear Quran. The Quran never was clear to be called the clear Quran anyway. I mean, it's not a clear in Arabic. It's going to be clear in English. That will be funny. Clear Quran.
Well, you know, people have different beliefs, right? And
Stop saying that, my friend. Stop saying that. What does have to do with our
but
topic?
you just said there's a million sects, so how can people not
This,
have different
we are not
beliefs
talking
about
about
none of
sect. We are talking about your prophet, not sect.
But people have different beliefs about
No.
which stories about the
No,
prophet
I
are
am
true.
not talking about people they believe. I'm talking about Muhammad, behavior of Muhammad, belief of Muhammad, not the people believe. You keep mixing things up. I am not judging Muhammad by someone, his name is Abdul. I'm judging Muhammad by Muhammad. All right? This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi. Read with me. The man, he came to Muhammad. He entered the house without permission. He just broke in. It says here that the person, his name is Ayna bin Husn al-Fazari. He's from the tribe of Fazara, and he is their leader. He entered into the house of Muhammad, and Aisha, she was with him, without permission. Without permission.
Then Uyayna ibn Hisn al-Fazari entered upon the messenger of God, may God bless him and grant him peace, while Aisha was with him. He entered without permission.
So Muhammad in the bedroom with his wife, the guy, he break in and he get inside. And then Muhammad he said to him,
That's not in the Quran, though.
this is the verse about this story. So Muhammad said to him, "Oh Ayina, why you are doing that? Shouldn't you ask for permission?" He said, "I never ever I ask permission from anyone to get anywhere, even from mother. Never. I mean, who are you to ask permission? What are you talking about? You? I will ask permission to enter to you. He enter any house. Listen,
He's the leader of the tribe, sort of thing. Right?
but Muhammad is a prophet, and he entered the bedroom of Muhammad. And then
Right, but the other guy is
look what
the leader
happened.
of the
Listen,
tribe.
the story is not over here. He said to him, "Oh, who is this blondie next to you?" Muhammad, he says, "Oh, this is the mother of the believers, Aisha." The guy is asking what? Who is this blonde woman next to you?
He said,
Wasn't
who
Aisha
is this
black?
red-skinned woman next to you? The messenger of God, may God bless him and grant him peace, said,
Red-skinned
this is Aisha, the mother of the believers.
Look what he said to him after Muhammad said to him, this red-haired woman, she is the mother of the believer. He says, shall we exchange women? I give you a woman, you give me yours, you give me your wife to F her. Can you believe it? He said to him, shall we exchange women? I give you a
And I
woman.
believe.
It's in front of you. This is
Yes.
this is your Islamic books. This is the official government.
I can believe.
Huh?
I can believe that a man was like that. Yes, I can believe a man was like that.
But do you believe Muhammad is so coward to stand for his wife? Imagine a man he break into my house, I will shoot him dead. Imagine a man, he says to me, I want to F your blonde wife in front of me.
What country are you in, brother? Where are you?
Don't
right
change
now?
topic. And look what happened. So he said to him, shall I give you a woman, the best woman I have, and you give me this Aisha? Muhammad, he said to him, oh Aina, this Allah, he forbid that. It's forbidden, haram. We cannot do that. Muhammad did not even dare to get
He
angry.
said, shall I not give you the best of creation? He said, O Uyayna, God has forbidden that.
He want the wife of Muhammad. When he left, Aisha, she said, oh Messenger of Allah, who is this? Who is this? Muhammad, he says, as you see, he is a fool we have to obey. As you see, he is the leader of his people. So Muhammad was doing poo-poo in his pant because this guy is the leader of his people. He did not dare to say to him, shame on you, get out of here.
Right.
He said, when he went out, Aisha said, O Messenger of God, who is this? He said, an obeyed fool, and as you can see, he is the master of his people.
So while Muhammad was behaving, even the man he asked him to F his wife in front of him, he broke into his house. Because as you see, he is a fool we have to obey. Translation is not accurate. Ahmaqun muta'. He is a fool, should be obeyed, to obey. So if he insists to take you, I cannot stop him. Aisha, she was wondering, what kind of a man he speak to you in such a way, and you are the Prophet of Allah? He told her, well, as you see,
Right.
what we can do.
It's not like Islam was, you know, I don't know what the setting is there, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's implied that the Muslims weren't really in control at that time, you know? But I don't-
So Muhammad is a brave, Muhammad is a coward. He don't defend his wife and his honor because he is weak. So now if there is 10 men coming to me and I know they will kill me anyway, should I stand and
But it
defend
was-
my honor? Huh?
What do you think he should have done? You think Muhammad should have just killed the guy?
At least scream at him, at least rebuke him, at least kick him out.
But he's the leader of the tribe, and
So what?
know, it would be,
So what?
but it would be detrimental to Islam and the Ummah probably if Muhammad did
So
that.
so he
That's
that means he don't trust Allah, that Allah will protect him. Right? The guy will finish Islam then. He will kill him, he will rape Aisha, and Islam is finished, correct?
But did he? He just left, right? It says he just left, right? So
Yeah, but this is because the Muhammad, what if he decided to take her? Muhammad, he says, is a fool we have to obey.
yeah, but he didn't do that though.
What if he insists?
But he didn't, and the Prophet was just trying to impart a lesson. You know, it's just a teaching. It's just a lesson, and life is a test, man. That's
Life is
I don't know what the
so
whole-
so
I
look
don't know
what
what
so
the
look
issue
no,
is.
but let me show you. So now Muhammad, he go to the house of his own son. Listen,
Do
listen.
you know what political?
Listen,
Do
listen.
you know how much power the government has over
Listen,
you and
listen.
people of
Don't go.
authority?
I mean, you
You
see,
can't do nothing.
my
man.
friend, no, I can do. I can do. Even if the whole government in the world, they come to my house to rape my wife, I will die before that happen. Don't tell me government. A man, he will never let
Yeah.
such a thing happen.
You'll-
Listen,
you'll
listen
die,
carefully.
your wife will
Focus
die,
with, focus
your
with
kids
me.
will die, you'll all fucking die like Waco, man.
You
You
are-
can't do nothing against the
You are
government.
you are wasting my time. Sorry. I will continue without you. Thank you for joining us. Guys, listen carefully. Muhammad, he go to the house of his son, flirting with the wife, because the son, he's a poor guy, his adopted son, he was a slave. So Muhammad now in control of the man. The man is just a potato. He don't dare to go against Muhammad. Muhammad is safe and secure that this guy who he adopted, he's a slave. He will not kill him. There's nobody. But Muhammad himself, when a man, he come to his house to F his wife, he don't dare to open his mouth. So Muhammad want to take the wife of somebody. He flirt with the wife of somebody. And that body is his son by adoption. A man, he come to Muhammad's house and he flirt with his wife in front of him. Muhammad excused to the man, oh, she is the mother of the believers. He did not dare to say, she is my wife, you idiot. Get out of here. Oh, she is the mother of the believers. The guy, did he stop? He says, so what? I will give you in exchange a woman. You give me yours. Give me a woman, I will give you, give me her. I will give you something very beautiful. Aisha, she could not believe the conversation happening in front of her. What Muhammad's excuse is? Well, as you see, he is a fool we have to obey. He is the leader of his tribe. So when Muhammad is the leader, he raped every woman, every woman. Muhammad here in this story is the same as this guy. He's a gang leader. So when Muhammad is the tail, he bowed down. When Muhammad became the head, every man have to give him his wife. So imagine those Arab, they used to go from house to house, taking the wives of others. And now this guy is coming to Muhammad and supposedly now he is a prophet. So he treat him differently. He treat him way more with respect. And because he respect him so much, he did not grab the women and F her right away. He said, what about you give me this your wife? I will F her and I will give you a woman, beautiful woman, in exchange. Why Muhammad did not remember that it's forbidden for him to have sex with married women when he did that with Zainab, the wife of his son? Very coward person. Very untrustworthy. And then our friend here, Chappie, you know, he keeps saying to me Muhammad is a prophet. And then he want to talk about the government controlling people. Well, Trump, he want to sleep with your wife? What does have to do with even, you know, like if a Trump he try, a woman, she accused Trump that once he spanked her butt 50 or 55 years ago, she go after him to court and she forced him to pay a lot of money and almost he went to jail. Even there's no proof of the story. What government? Poor guy, Choppy. I feel sorry for you. This cannot be a godly man. This is an evil man. Do we have any Muslim like he can do better than Choppy? How are you doing, Abdullah? Are you there? Do you want to join us? Slave of Allah? In fact, the word Abd is the N word. It's the N word. Do you know that? Muslims, they call themselves the N word just to satisfy Allah. Allah will not be happy unless you are the N word. The Muslim will translate that as a servant, that which is false. Abd is the N word. Any Muhammadan? No? Not too many customers today. I want Muslims only, please. Any Muslim? Well, isn't this the same person who asked me about killing the children's? Tehran? Is he the same person? Well, Tehran, I suspect that you are a Muslim, because a Muslim will not ask this question about Muhammad says kill babies. So are you really a Muslim, or you are, you are agnostic? Agnostic. No, I want Muslims, my friend. I don't know what agnostic mean. I find it funny. Any Abdul? We are out of Abdul. Let us try to increase the number of the view, and we will tell you a bedtime story about the Afrit. Once upon the time, there was a Afrit. Afrit is a genie. He's fast. He's so powerful. And his specialty is stealing furniture. He can bring you a chair from any place you want. And there was a prophet, he's a Muslim prophet. And because all Muslim prophets are thieves, so this Afrit, he was sitting in front of the prophet Sulaiman. Sulaiman is very well known that he liked to steal furniture. He heard that there's a woman, she have a very nice chair. He said to his people, who can go and steal the chair of this woman? Remember, he's a Muslim, and the Muslim have to steal. One of the genie, Afrit, who is so fast, he said to him, I can do it for you before even you move your butt. Now those stories happen only for people who they are truly prophets of God. It doesn't happen to normal people. Sulaiman, he have control of all the Afrit in the world. The Quran says some of them, they dive for him to bring him jewelries. Some, they dive to bring him rubies. Some, they are building for him. Even the temple of Solomon was built by Afrit, according to Muhammad. This Afrit and his family, they were working together. Very hard for Sulaiman. Isn't it, this is a beautiful story coming from the true prophet of God? Who can beat such a story for bedtime? Any Muslim? Who is the Muslim believe in this story that Sulaiman, he have a flying carpet, he have a ring, he controlled the world with it. Once he went to the bathroom. In the bathroom, he don't take the ring with him because it's the ring of Allah. He gave it to his wife. Her name is Jarada, which means lactose. And when he was in the bathroom doing poo-poo, Shaitan, he come in the image of Solomon, and the wife, she gave him the ring, and then Shaitan become the king. And then when Shaitan become the king, he command the soldiers to kick Sulaiman out of the palace. And nobody recognized Sulaiman no more. Then Shaitan, he start effing the wives of Sulaiman. Non-stop effing. He's so good, not like Sulaiman. The wives, they notice after many days of effing that this person who looked like Sulaiman is so good in bed. And they notice this is going to be true. Something fishy about him. How come his penis never go limp? He act like a pimp. Dirigan. So they told the elders of the kingdom. Shaitan, he noticed that now they knew about him. My cover is up. So Shaitan, he went and he ran and he threw the ring of Suleiman in the ocean. And he went and he hid in an island. At this time, Suleiman became homeless, far away from his palace. Once Suleiman, he went to the seaport, and there is fishermen sitting and people buying fish. So Suleiman, he told one of the men who was buying fish, are you willing to give me 2 fish to feed my family if you let me carry this for you? The man, he agreed. So when they arrived to the house door, the man, he gave Suleiman the fish. He agreed upon 2 fishes. Suleiman was so happy, he took the fish and he went back home. But brothers and sisters, when Suleiman, he tried to clean the fish, he found his ring inside the fish. Suleiman, he wore the ring, and again he became the king. How in the world this is not from God? And those Christians, they say to you, Islam is not from God? All these stories is true stories. Suleiman, he have a flying carpet, yes. How big the flying carpet of Suleiman? You will not believe it, how big it is. This is the description of the flying carpet of Suleiman, as you see in the front of you. The army of Suleiman was 100 persang, which is equal to 3,500-mile long army. All of them, they fly in the top of the flying carpet. This is the length of the army, not the width. We do not know the width yet. 3,500 mile long, the army of Suleiman in the top of the flying carpet. 25% of this army, they were a human. 25% of them, they were genie, like the Afrit we showed you, the blue one. 25% they were desert animals. 25% they are bird. 1,000 houses of glasses were made above the flying carpet, the wood. In them, 300 wives and 700 slave girls. All of this in the top of the flying carpet. And those Christians, they say to you that Muhammad is a liar. Are you still convinced Muhammad is a liar? Do you know how the Israeli, they were able to attack Iran in the last month? They have pieces of the flying carpet of Suleiman. It's called F-35. And yet people will say to you that Muhammad don't tell true stories. Are you going to believe them really? The army of Suleiman, 3,500 miles long. Only. Yeah. Only. The funny that Suleiman he fly with his flying carpet to go to Iraq, but Iraq is half the distance of his army size. So how the flying carpet will fly if the length of the army and the flying carpet is way longer than the distance between, or even to Yemen? I recently debated, did poo-poo into Muslims? Okay. Well, maybe next time, my friend. Like now, I'm going to leave because this is why I'm reading a story, bedtime story, so we can sleep and we have a nice time. You know, it's good to hear those stories. They make us relax. How many of you like to have a flying carpet like Suleiman? Be honest with me. I know most of you, aren't you? Me myself, my dad, he used to have one. When I was a kid, I used always to steal it and fly with it. But then what happened? My dad, he joined Al-Qaeda, and then he used it for suicide bombing, and boom, we don't have it no more. Alhamdulillah. Smash Allah. Otherwise, I will never pay for airline ticket. I will never pay. I will never even go to the customs. You know, the stupid things. Take off your shoes. Just go to the flying carpet and go. Always I used to do that. I remember once I took the flying carpet. Maybe I should not tell you this story because it's hard to believe. I know you will not believe me. Even though it's a true story. I took the flying carpet. I went to Galaxy. It's called 7-Eleven. In that Galaxy, there is shelves. There's cookies. There's toothbrush. There's Pepsi Cola. There is, you know, I mean, it's called the Galaxy 7-Eleven. At that time, nobody knows about this Galaxy. It was my discovery using the flying carpet. It took my flying carpet a very short time to go there. 12,000 years in the speed of light. It was very easy. I did not even stop once to even fill up a gas because, in case you do not know, it is self-sufficient work by wind. The flying carpet fart, and that fart pushed the flying carpet. I asked the flying carpet once how you can do fart. She said the secret is beans. And now we know why American, they eat a lot of beans so they can fly. But don't tell that to anybody. The story about the flying carpet is astonishing. In fact, Prophet Muhammad, he was able to find out where gold and silver grow. I never thought about gold growing somewhere until Prophet Muhammad, he told us. The gold is everywhere. Look at this. When Solomon, he fly with his flying carpet, he arrived at the valley of the ants, where silver and gold grow. In fact, in Arabic it says come. It says grow, not come out. Imagine that gold and silver, they are grown. Actually, here it says grown. There is one valley of Allah where silver and gold is grown. Now, many of you until now do not know that you can grow silver and gold. And I understand you are ignorant. You are not educated. This is why you do not know this information. This is why attending my session here will make you rich. Imagine if I tell you the secret about how to grow gold and silver. Be honest with me. None of you even will work for a day. You will be rich. You will hear what you need to do. You need the following. Take notes, please. You need ants. Very important, ants. That's why they grow in the valley of the ants. Because the ants' existence is very essential to grow silver and gold. So what you need to do, guys, are you taking notes? You bring some sugar, a lot of sugar, and dump it in your backyard. That will bring a lot of ants. The more sugar you spread, the more you will make your backyard a valley of ants. The second you have a valley full of ants, that is when gold and silver will grow. Why? Because ants, they shit gold. They shit it together, and those ants, some of them, they will grab it and make it like balls or even rocks. Then your job is so easy. Collect it, set it, and be happy. I hope this secret I told you will not share it with everybody. This is only for those who come to our channel. This is a true story, proven to be scientifically true. And yes, gold and silver, they grow. This is why the son of Trump, he keep talking about buy gold bars. Do you know why he said bars? Because there's a valley, it's called Barcelona Valley, full of ants. He got his gold. How his father get rich? Why the son of Trump, he keep talking about buying gold? Because simply in their house in Florida, there's a lot of ants, crazy ants. And you will see that the Trump house, always there's trucks coming in and dumping sugar. They dump sugar, the ants come from everywhere in Florida. His house is covered. Even his kids became blonde because those ants are red, not black. Why they are red? Remember, they shed gold, so they are going to be red. This is why their shit is red. It's a red gold. The silver one is different kind of ants who they shed silver. Those are gray ants. So you have to be careful which one of ants you want to invite your house, and that will control the color of the material or what material you will have. If you want to bring plantium ants, they will shed plantium to you. So you choose. I have to be honest with you. I do not need money no more. I have a lot of ants in my backyard. I hope none of you now will come to my house trying to steal my ants who make a lot of gold. How Prophet Muhammad knew all this information. It's so beautiful. And this is why Allah, He protected this gold with the weakest creatures like ants. And if a powerful army want to enter, good luck. The ants will eat you alive. A billion trillion ant, brother. No army can get in. Look at the wisdom of Allah. Ibn Babawayh, according to reliable chain of narration. Guys, do you see the word reliable? This is reliable. Just take a note, please. When an ant conversed with others, the wind took her conversation to Sulaiman. The wind. See what the wind can do? So one ant, she was talking to the other ants, Sulaiman is on the top of a flying carpet, crossing over the valley of the ants, in the place where gold grow and silver. He heard the conversation, and this is what the Quran is talking about. And those Christians, they say to you, don't believe in Muhammad, he's a false prophet. How many of you now, you feel being touched by the story, and the wisdom of this story, the truth of this story? Do you really still don't want to believe in Prophet Muhammad? What's wrong with you? Well, if the ant is black, they are going to do, black material. As an example, black label whiskey. In this case, you can milk the ants, like you make the ants stand on a table, and you squeeze her nipples, and the black label whiskey will come. All right? So you have to be careful what kind of ants, because even bitcoins, how bitcoins is made now? In the valley of the ants of bitcoins. So there's a tribe of ants, it's called Bitcoin ant. Those, they shit bitcoins. This is what they say to you, they are mining bitcoins. What do you mean mining? They are digging in the valley of the ants, looking for the shit of those ants. All those stories is Prophet Muhammad, he knew about them before anyone. So Sulaiman, he asked the strong wind to stop, like stop. He was flying, top of flying carpet. He told the wind, stop. And Sulaiman have a command over the wind and the flying carpet. And he called out the ant. I mean, imagine he called one ant out of a trillion billion ant. So he called out the ant, not all the ants, one ant. It came to Sulaiman. The ant, she came to Sulaiman. She knew he's calling her. He said, don't you know that I'm prophet of Allah? And I do not oppress anybody? The ant said, yes, I know, Sulaiman. Sulaiman said, then why did you scare others from me and order them to enter their holes? The ant, she said, I was scared that when their vision fall on you, they will become fascinated at the beauty of this world, and they will be away from Allah. Look how sexy Sulaiman is. This ant, she was worried that the other ant, the second they see Sulaiman, they will start touching themselves. He's so pretty. Our ants, you don't know them, they are so horny. So I was so worried. If they see you, they will be astonished with your beauty. Our ants are very known to be horny. That's why I told them, hide. Otherwise, Sulaiman will crush you. She don't mean a crush in the meaning to smash you. No, will crush your heart. At that time, all the ants, they were females. And you know females, And Sulaiman is very handsome. Not like me. Little bit close. But he wish. So this ant, she refuted Sulaiman. She said to him, it's not because I'm scaring them, but you are so sexy and you know it. And those are just poor ants. You will break their heart. And then Sulaiman, he said, the ant continues saying, she asked Sulaiman, who is more honorable? Look at the conversation. Sulaiman, he put himself in the corner now. He brought the ant for investigation. The ant now is asking him questions. So the ant asked Sulaiman, who is more honorable, you or your father Dawood, which means David? Sulaiman, he said, okay, my father is much more esteemed and honorable than me. The ant, she said, huh, really? then why it is so that your name has one more alphabet than your father name? Man, boom! It's not even Christian Prince debating. This aunt, she put Suleiman in the corner. Okay, if your father is more honorable than you, why your name have one more alphabet than your father? Suleiman, he like, no, I'm not sure. And here you see Suleiman here is so confused. So Suleiman said, I don't know. The aunt said, because your father did tarak al-wala, and due to that, he had an injury in his heart. And we cured it with the love of Allah. And due to this, he was called Dawood. This is the reason of Dawood. Guys, who is the most honorable person between us? Is the one who have the longer name. Shish kebab. And look how the aunt, she is teaching wisdom to David's son. By the way, all those stories, you will find them in the Legion of the Jews, with some change of the details. So if you search, there's a book, actually this book is a kind of a new book, like maybe 100-year old, maybe more. But it's just a collection of the Jewish legions put together. And you will find the story of Suleiman, which is coming from Jewish tradition. It's just a silly, stupid stories, you know. If you want to have a son, you better give him a name, have like a train name, like 100 letter, because that will make him more honorable. Short name is a problem. All right. So all those stories, as you see, and look here, the conversation is really getting so exciting. Look. And then the aunt, she said to him, do you know why wind is made obedient to you among other creatures? This aunt, she knew everything. Suleiman is the prophet of Allah. Allah taught him every wisdom you can imagine, and the aunt is now putting him into test. And turn what? Suleiman is just an ignorant idiot. The aunt is asking Suleiman in the corner, do you know why the wind is made obedient to you, Solomon? Among all the creatures, how come only you? Suleiman, he said, I don't know. What this guy Suleiman know? Nothing. He have no idea what he's, you know. He said, I don't know. The ant said, because you should know that your kingdom will be obeyed and not really rely on it. What, hold on. Destroyed. And not rely on it. And if Allah, the knower of this world, had made everything obedient to you, then everything in this world would have escaped your prison like the wind escaped from one hand. Anyone understand anything? My wisdom could not comprehend what she just said, this ant. By the way, did you notice I just said she? Because I think this ant, she was spending the whole day doing body care. Because those questions is coming from someone spend the whole day doing body care and manicure. That's deep. How the ant, she knew those stuff, and Suleiman don't. The religion of the Abdul. I noticed that I am yawning, and I think the story made it work. I told you bedtime story, and it made me sleep. Imagine, I remember when I was a kid, we are not allowed to watch TV until late, and it's not like now, like kids have TV 24 hours. We don't have that. So there's a cartoon for a short time, and we can watch that only. And then, we have to prove that we did all the homework, and then we go to bed. But there is an old woman, she's really old, very old. She come to visit my mom. Now, we have a tradition that we cannot be rude to the guest. So the guest is staying until he leave. You cannot say to him, leave. So this woman, she come and she sleep, sitting on the chair. Very old. And the TV is on, all right? And my mom, she get tired, and remember, she cannot say to her, leave. So she sleep too. So I sat watching TV until the TV closed. That TV, like, we have, like, not now. Now you have TV 24 hours. Anytime you can watch. Until the picture started flipping and there's nothing in the TV. And I say, Mom, wake up. But then my mom, she noticed that this woman, she come to visit us every day. Every day. And, it's rude to say why you are coming every day. You cannot do that, And one day, this old woman, she saw my mom. She said, how is your son doing? She said, which one? She said, the one who come every day to me, to my house, says my mom asking you to come and visit us. So I go every day, I knock at the door. Hello, Grandma, how you doing? My mom, she said, come and visit us. Because I want to watch TV. This is the only way I can watch TV. Both of them, they will sit, the old women and my mom will sleep. I will watch TV until the middle of the night, and I wake them up when it's over. Then my mom, she's, now I know why this woman, she's coming every day. And then my mom, she said, who is the one who is saying to the lady, she told her name, coming to visit us every day? I said, Mom, me, but I thought you like her to come every day. Said, I like her. She is like my mom. I love her. But you should not tell the women, come every day. So then I went to her. I said, my mom sure told me not to tell you to come every day. She told my mom. My mom got upset. Said, no, he don't mean it this way. You can't come every day. I said, see, okay. Oh boy, it was fun. Yeah, there is I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch a program. It's called, it's a cowboy. It's a cowboy, like it's a series of cowboy. But in the old days, not like now, the cowboy, they are good. They defend, they go after the criminals, those cowboys. So it teach you good manner and good things. So I want to watch it, but it's not for kids. My parents were not allowing me to watch. So this old lady was the trick, Yeah. Oh boy. Harut and Marut? No, Harut and Marut, a different story. No, I think it was called the Virginie. The Virginie? I think it was called such a thing. I was just a little kid, I mean, I think this was maybe I was 8, 9, maybe 8, something like that. Yeah, I think it was called the Virginie. And then it was a kid I used to watch, what this guy, his name? I forgot the name. The guy, he is like he have a sport car in Hawaii with the Asian guy, the short guy. What they call him? I forgot his name. It was like an action police stuff. Magnum, exactly, Magnum. The same story. When we have Magnum, I have to invite all the neighbors who they are old only, so nobody will be talking. I go and knock at the first door to those old ladies. My mom, she said, come to visit us because you never know, she might not show up. So I have to be sure that one of them will show up. So I go and knock at 2 doors, 3 doors. At least one of them will show up, and then I will be able to watch Magnum. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, boy. We have a Muslim, he's saying, Christian Prince, false teacher. My friend, why you are saying false teachers? Can you bring a story like this you see on the screen about the ant speaking to Suleiman like my story? What about you come to the corner and speaker corner here and get me busted? I have a flying carpet. You want to do that? Huh? Lord have mercy. Guys, I'm yawning, sorry. I better leave. And I hope we have a good time and we learn something good. As you see, this is a stupid cult full of fiction stories. And you have to be mentally ill, literally, to follow a person like Muhammad. Not only he's a fabricator, I mean, this guy is the most bad ethic person ever you can imagine. And then they call him the praised one because they want to replace God by a man. His name is the Qatham, the sperm of the hyena, the poo-poo of the hyena. What a silly, what a stupid cult. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. It's time for me to go, and I hope we have a good time. I love you all, and we pray that the Lord will open the eyes of the friend Choppy, the poor guy, who still think Muhammad, he is a prophet, even though he agree Muhammad is a bad person, he is a thief, he's a liar. Even Allah killed him, he fabricated Quran, and still he says to me he's a prophet. So pray for this poor guy. Obviously he have a brain issue. We pray he will say the truth, and the truth will set him free. And we pray that Jesus will heal him and make him sorry, I'm losing my voice, will make him healed so he can see and he will not be blind. We pray for all the Muslims who are blind to see how evil Muhammad is and to see that the only one who can save them is the Messiah. The one, remember, when we mentioned about Muhammad, he says, no way Jesus would do that. No way Jesus would do that. Do you know why he was saying that? Because in his heart he knew that Jesus is above all, that the Messiah is the only one is perfect. Every human being is a sinner, but the Messiah no way would do that. Why? For he is the good shepherd. For God is good, so is Jesus. And that is the Messiah. He's so good. That's why he said to the man, why you call me good? Don't you know that only God is good? And then Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep, they knew me. So you follow the good shepherd, not the one who will eat you, not the wolves. Muhammad is a wolf. He wants your money, he wants your wife, he wants to sleep with you, he wants to have sex with you, he wants to use you and die for him. The Messiah is the good shepherd. He will die for you, to protect you. He will die for you, to save you. He will die for you because he loves you. and he will never harm you, but you harm yourself. Thank you all for being here. God is good, so is Jesus, and we are the crusade. See ya.